Hello, everybody. I am Silings. I am the Imp Extraordinaire, and I have a bunch of things to talk about. For everyone who's new, this is Hot Takes, a show where I get a bunch of VTubers together and we talk about random stuff and topics throughout the week and everything else that's going on throughout the week. But yes, I have some new guests here, some people who've never been on the show, some people returning, and it's going to be very, very interesting. Lots of topics to discuss, so let me bring in my lovely guests. If my buttons would have work.
What?
Oh, there it goes.
The other subject there. Uh-oh.
I'm back.
No, we weren't saying anything.
Oh, hello.
Did you
I
guys
guess
move
we're
on
here
screen? Oh look, we have a Cosmic. Hello. Is he even still here?
Yes, I'm still here.
I'm just
Am I
making
muted?
sure. Yeah, no. I was just curious.
Wait.
So we got a Kane as well. Kane, awake. Hello, Kane.
Yep. What's going on?
How's it going?
I don't know. I found myself here too.
Ow! We got an
so
observer and ow. Hello,
I
observer.
guess things are going okay.
Okay.
Observant?
Observer,
What
why are
do
you
you
talking? Why do you take off your shirt as soon as you talk? It's like a JoJo move right there.
It's a habit, don't worry about it.
And we also have another special guest here, Sarah Hyde, please. You can move on screen now, by the way. You are really tall.
Hyde can now stop.
I'm so
stop
fucking
hiding.
huge.
Can you shrink
Sarah
down a
Hyde
bit,
can now
please?
stop hiding.
Yeah.
Holy.
Oh my god. Okay.
How's that?
That's better. But hello, everybody. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves, starting with Sarah? Who are you? What do you do? And how did you get here?
I'm Sarah Hyde. I'm an axe-level VTuber. I was kidnapped and forced here against my will.
Not the first time, but...
I am a variety streamer / speedrunner. I play a lot of RPGs and tactics games, and you can find me over at twitch.tv/Sarah Hyde or twitter.com@axolotl-sarah.
Sounds like an epic gamer, I see.
I'm pretty epic.
Okay. Observer, you are returning. You're basically the co-host at this point, honestly. Yeah, but you basically show up every stream.
I'm literally every week
basically
here. Literally almost every week here.
He's just observing. You got to the full thrown at you. It did not hit me.
Oh gosh, yes.
I am me. I am the observer. I am an often guest. I'm a variety streamer.
Oh
I
boy,
like to
he's
play rhythm
observing.
games.
Okay.
Yeah, I like to play rhythm games, card games, RPGs, and I like to talk a lot.
RPGs, nice. We also have a newcomer to, I think, VTubing in general, Cosmic. Hello, Cosmic.
Hello.
Are you?
How are you?
Are you just?
I like your fluffy tail. It's very
The
nice.
tail is fluffy.
Tail
no,
must
actually-
be fluffy.
Do not.
It's very well kept.
Are you trying to eat his tail right now? Is that what's going
I'm
on?
I'm contemplating it. I'm
Do not eat the
contemplating it.
tail.
No,
I'm
Interesting.
allowed to.
I can't move.
So, Cosmic, are you new to VTubing?
I am, yes.
Well, congratulations
I,
and welcome aboard VTubing land. Although, I think you kind of took the wrong turn. You ended up in hell.
It's
No,
fine, it happens
no, that's
sometimes.
just
You win
YouTubing.
some, you
It's a
lose
common
some.
occurrence.
Yep, I guess it's
Try
Yeah,
fucking VTubing, that shit's hell.
It's always that wrong turn.
Oh gosh. Well, welcome. What do you do and how are you? And how did you get here, by the way?
Well, I don't know. I kind of just was here, and then I wasn't, and then I was in hell.
Sarah, did you grab this one while I was kidnapping you?
I plead
might have.
the...
It was all-
Wait, are British people allowed to plead the fifth?
No.
Well, I mean, that's a problem.
You have a British debuff. You cannot
British
it-
debuff?
It
Oh my
depends
gosh.
where they.
Oh no, I'm
Where they
a crippling
kidnapped
addiction of
from.
being British. It can only be cured by a bottle of water.
God, this is gonna go straight to hell. But yes, this Cosmic. Oh god dang it.
May I remind you,
Good.
Silence, we are already
Okay,
in hell.
alright, now this is the shit I came here to see.
Oh god
Did
damn
something break?
it. No, I'm
Oh, yeah.
I'm made
Oh, we're eating good.
That's what happened.
Look at that.
I see.
We're eating
Oh my.
good, boys.
Okay, so Cosmic, please explain who you are and what you do.
So, my name is Cosmic. I am the fox of the astral skies and the void of space. I am a variety streamer. I mostly play Destiny a lot of time because that's currently my hyperfixation game, but I have a few games on the list I want to do. I do have a model currently being rigged, so as soon as that is done, I really want to play Dead Space.
What the hell?
Some aggression.
How is it all missing every single one of you except for me?
I believe this is what we in the business call a skill issue.
What the hell?
Yeah, honestly.
Yes, very much.
Also, can I just mention that can I just mention that one of the clips involving silence on my first video is actually like is silence complaining about something and me like that sounds like a skill issue.
Honestly, at
lots
this
of skill
point, this
issues.
is kind of impressive.
So many skill issues, so many problems.
That is a
And then we
lot of
have
firepower.
Akane. Hello, Akane. Who are you? What do you do? And how'd you get here?
Wow, that's a whole ass
Hey, how's it going? I'm an interdimensional Demon King VTuber, and basically I'm
Wait, I have royalty
Here
in my
in
coffee shop?
the-
Nice.
yes, how's it going?
The royal
Right
coffee.
now I'm full of a bunch of delicious chocolates, but you know we can talk about that later.
Sweet.
Akane, has anyone ever told you that your voice is like really hot?
Oh,
Stop
you
hitting
know,
on my
maybe
guests.
once or twice, but in any case, I also actually do some ASMR.
Oh, nice.
You
I
can
can tell the
find
mic is the
me.
quality for it.
Yes. Yes, it does.
You can find me, of course, on
Oh, wait.
on Twitter, Akane Awake, Twitch, Akane Awake, and
Hey, Oni,
I've-
could you do me a
I've got
favor? Could you shout
YouTube channel
Kanye
too.
Wake Out? I'm currently doing a few things. Thank you, Oni, if you were watching, please.
Oh.
That or Diana, one of you two, please.
Power of the mods. Let's
Power of
go.
the mods.
Power of the mod.
The power of the mods. Shout everyone out that
Yeah.
you did.
Mod power.
What?
Yeah. Otherwise, I also play a bunch of different games. My
I did
Friday
not hear
streams
that.
are usually Valorant, a few drinks, and some sussy commentary. And,
Oh, wait, Kanye. Oni
Yeah,
needs you
shoot.
to do an awoo.
And
Do an awoo.
Okay.
Awoo.
Ooh.
Nice. Okay. Do you guys want to move to the booth? Do you guys want to move to the booth and get these questions rolling?
I mean, we
Yeah.
may as well.
Let's do
Okay.
it.
Let's
might as well.
do it. Welcome, one and all. Welcome. What do you guys think?
Do
of
we
the
have
booth,
to
by the
get
way?
set on fire every time?
Yes. It's called teleportation.
That's unfortunate. I don't
It's
like
called
that.
kinda
my
hot.
skin is
Exactly.
singed.
Not that. I'm not like. I don't know if you noticed, but axolotls are aquatic.
Aquatic. I mean, I have some
Don't
coffee
worry.
against women.
Aquatic, my
Yeah. You can get a bottle of water.
It's a bottle of water and a
I
few
think
other
I'm gonna
things.
need a bit more than a bottle of water.
Yeah,
Oh,
just put her in a
gosh.
bucket. Easy.
Bucket?
Simple.
I think I have a bucket. Maybe. I don't know. Legend, do we have a bucket?
I am the largest person here. I am not fitting in a goddamn bucket.
You are fitting in a
I mean,
bucket,
you can put a
trust me.
foot in
I
a
can-
bucket.
I can
I'd
find a
wide.
bucket big enough.
Why
Trust
would I
me.
put a foot in a bucket when I could put it in my mouth?
I don't care what you do with the bucket as long as you're in the bucket.
Get in the
That's
bucket.
fair.
But okay. Do you guys ready for some topics?
Sarah White, true.
Oh wait, I will also have to tell everyone in the audience, the yellow buttons in my thing allow you to mess with us while we're doing hot takes. You can switch stuff up on us, you can make us argue against our own points, or you can do a random hot take where we have to argue with one another in Mortal Kombat.
Honestly,
Okay, I
speaking
play
of
Johnny
that,
Cage.
Sarah, your name,
Dibs.
Mortal Kombat,
your
I
name
choose
can be
Scorpion.
used in variety of ways.
Yes.
Sarah's tried, Sarah tries, Sarah hides.
You can
Sarah
even make us do an
White is a
ooh.
classic.
By the way, I will also warn everyone here, there is a button that allows everyone to do an ooh voice for 5 minutes, and that's how we have to talk.
Interesting.
Sarah flies.
I've never done that,
How
so that might
many-
go horribly.
How many points is that, by the way?
I'm not gonna tell you, it's for the freaking chat to go find.
Don't make me look.
But we're gonna get down to the first topic. The first topic of the night is one that's pretty spicy.
Oh, these are cheap.
Mm-hmm. Mhm.
Oh, good.
But the first topic of the night is Niji Sanji's copyright strikes against news VTuber channels. VTuber channels, blah. So, have you guys been hearing what's been going on with
For now, one of them in particular, Kyo. I can explain in detail if you guys want to.
Okay, but I'm wondering if these guys have heard anything about it. Have you guys
I
heard anything
actually
about
have not, so this is a new one to me.
it? Oh god, we already have to do woo voices.
Okay.
Wait,
I
isn't
will
that just a
say,
sound
You
alert?
should talk.
Please, Observer, please explain it.
Oh no, wait, that's the sound alert. Okay, we're fine.
No, that's it.
Oh, the sound alert does it?
I added sound words, so it sounds nice.
No.
Okay, I will explain it now.
You'll explain it?
Yeah, I'll
Explain it for
explain
women
it.
of me?
So, as already told, Niji Sanji had attacked. Had attacked a particular VTuber named Kyo. I cannot fight Kyo. I cannot.
Oh, Kyo.
Not
Yeah.
a big fan of Kyo, honestly. Don't really like him. I think he's a bit weird.
He is a bit weird, but he did not really do anything wrong, honestly, except for a few very weird thumbnails occasionally.
I don't know about that. I just had some problems with stuff he's done in the past. I just don't really respect his journalistic integrity.
It's fine.
only problem
Either
with that.
way,
No. My problem with
Niji
that
Sanji,
is.
can I finish explanation, host? Shut the fuck up.
Sorry.
No.
And they struck 20 of his videos that had explained negative situations surrounding Niji Sanji. And I'm done with the voice, sorry.
I know, that's.
But
I think
only
it's
them.
over.
Every video that put Niji Sanji in a positive light was not struck. That is the point of contention, I think, believed a lot of people.
Yeah.
If they struck videos where he misinformed or otherwise did something stupid, yeah, sure, I can
Yeah.
understand it, right?
Like, no journalist
But
is
they
pure.
clearly fucked up and just tried destroying videos which already contain information that was only publicly available. There was no speculation, no defamation. I watched those videos. I like to watch a lot of news on YouTube, VTuber stuff, both from Fall Side and from Kyo, right? I've watched from both of them. No misinformation was used there. It was just like, this happened there, right? These are the statements released by the company, nothing else. Still, they were struck, and his channel might be deleted for
Wait,
nothing.
Why
which is
the
I don't
guy
like.
crying? The guy
No. I'm just doing the wet face because it's just a
okay.
really, it's a classic corporate
I know,
type of
It's
action.
a classic corporate move.
Okay,
But
host can talk again. Sorry.
my problem with it right now is that I don't feel like. No matter what you have a problem with, I feel like it's a bad look on Niji Sanji trying to silence criticism. You know? No matter what you have feelings about who the journalists are, I don't feel like any journalist gets to be silenced, you know? I feel like that sets a bad standard for everything. It's honestly just not a good thing.
Do we still have to do the uwu voice?
No, you're good.
Okay, good. To be clear, I don't think it's a good idea. I think it makes them look very bad, and it's a bad PR move. I just don't personally have any love lost for Kaio specifically, but in a vacuum, the action is pretty fucked.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
only
the
problem
thing
is...
is-
That's
think
roughly
if
my
they-
stance, right?
My-
Yeah, if they succeed in doing this, what stops them
stops them
from
from going
going
to the next
after
one?
False Eye?
Yeah, what stops them going after the next one or the one after that and everything after that? And even if it's to someone you despise, I feel like you have to kind of stop it right then and there. Otherwise, it becomes a bigger problem.
I don't fully subscribe to the idea of Toll Turns, but I can see how it would apply here. I do think that, like, the slippery slope argument is used a bit too often in cases like this, though. I feel it's, like, somewhat of a cop-out. Like it's just kind of there's not really any way to address it. You just say it, and it's like, oh well. I mean, guess that's the stance. There's no real disagreement at that point.
How do I put
No
it?
point.
When the slippery slope thing, yes, well, many people might not agree with it. It's not the logic on it isn't faulted, if that makes any sense. Like, the logic is kind of sound, because it's like, if they could do it to you, what stops them from doing it to anyone else? That's basically the logic of it.
Ultimately, I think I watched those videos again, even before they were blocked, and I can say for sure there was no speculation among Kyo party. Kyo is very prudent to speculation, right? He's always like on, and it is this. He always shares his opinion. That's probably why they targeted him.
Yeah.
But there was nothing much speculation like, oh, Nijisanji bad, Nijisanji bad, hate Nijisanji. There was none of that.
I mean, like, that's the thing. I can only say so much because I haven't watched these specific videos because I already stopped watching his stuff after he annoyed me. So, like, I am working off of limited information. I understand this.
Yeah. I definitely have a more definitive grasp of the situation, and just my completely neutral opinion. Yeah, he's kind of he's quality. His content is lesser quality than False ID.
Oh yeah,
right?
honestly, I gotta say this. False ID is probably the best place for VTuber news.
I know him and Foresight had beef a while back. I don't know if that's still quashed, but I don't even fully like Foresight all the time, but I do think he is a lot better at this.
That's my thing.
That is the funny thing. False ID officially released a statement in which he said, "I have no problem with Kyo. This is stupid. I don't like this. I support Kyo in this." So this is something to note as well.
False ID supported Kyo in this whole thing, because I think it just sets a bad precedent that if someone can get censored, everyone can get censored. At least when it comes to news, because then the corporation go like, oh no, they're talking bad, this is spreading like wildfire, what do we do? We need to silence it now.
Yeah, that is, I mean, like, people use the term censorship very quickly on the internet, but like,
that's fair.
A corporation, like, specifically interfering with criticism of them as a corporation is about as close as you can get to the original meaning of the term corporation without it actively being government suppression, right?
Yeah, but no, you get what I mean. It just doesn't look good. It's a bad situation all around, and honestly, I don't want to see it continue, so I feel like they should get all the bad PR they need.
Anyway, because this is the internet, I'm sure what will actually happen is the Nijisanji VTubers will get harassed, and the actual corporate Zeus will face no consequences.
You know what? Yeah, that's usually what happens. Oh gosh. But, speaking of corporations, we should go to the next topic. Because this new topic is about the head of YouTube finally stepping down. And you guys' thoughts on it.
Goodbye, Susan.
Goodbye, Susan. It's been a while. But yes, this happened like a few days ago, but Susan, of the head of YouTube, is finally stepping down. What are you guys' thoughts on it? Do you think YouTube will get better, worse? Is it going to be apocalyptically bad?
I am afraid it will get worse somehow.
It most likely will.
Like, things don't get better nowadays, right?
Things don't get better.
There is a slim chance, very slim chance, if you're on enough copium, that the new CEO actually pulls their shit together.
Interesting thought.
It's an interesting thought nonetheless.
The interesting thought, yeah. It's an interesting thought, but everyone started laughing as soon as that.
I'm not gonna lie. I have a specific take on some of these things. So when we're talking about companies, CEOs, and especially tech companies, you know, obviously Google, Alphabet, Amazon, etc. Right? And normally, once their initial CEO or head of the company steps down, you see a whole lot of different changes that actually negatively impact companies. So I'm going to quote the most recent set of layoffs from large companies like Microsoft, Google, and Amazon as sort of like the big ones here. But I don't think this bodes in a positive direction. I don't know the man personally who is taking step into the next CEO position, but if 9 years of Susan was what did this to the current iteration of YouTube, I can only hope that there are positives to come, because otherwise like YouTube will then just become another platform, right?
Basically,
Another platform for people to throw their videos on. And in order to, I think, support just the effort that YouTube needs to compete against any other market that might be out there,
God dang it, Sad Toast.
improvements like need to be made, right? Because
Why?
it doesn't take much for someone to put something up and start
Oh my!
their own video service.
Sad Toast just ripped off all the clothes.
I feel like
Hey, I'm
we
just
are
like Observer
definitely
right now,
much
sweet.
close. Yeah, I definitely
like
think
Observer.
we are much closer right now in this day and age to a more or less successful competition rising for both Twitch and YouTube, because both of them are kind of flying into the abyss. Let's be
Kinda.
real.
Let's put it this way. I feel like things will probably get worse before they get better, but I think it eventually will get better.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
right.
think there needs to be a market upset. Honestly,
I think
there
there
needs
will
to be more push from a different company or
There's got to be
partner
something.
of some kind.
The
yeah,
amount of
in order for
startup
it to get
capital
to
that
that
would
degree.
need, though, is the thing, right?
Oh well,
Like, that's not easy.
true.
It's not. It does require a lot of resourcing, but I guarantee you that the only companies that would do that in the first place are going to be the larger groups, right? So let's hypothetically, I'm going to say this, and if it happens in the future,
He's calling it. Everybody.
call me
He's
up,
calling
call me up, and call me a clairvoyant. But so, for example, let's use Twitch as that pointer. Like, what if Twitch decides to actually invest in having more of that type of visual experience that Instagram and TikTok have been trying to go after, right? But they're still home for these longer videos. And the only companies that can maintain long videos and large amounts of storage are those that already have that in place, right?
Yeah.
That's Twitch. That's Amazon right
like-
now, right?
So, like, there was, like, rumblings about, like, how apparently, like, Elon Musk wanted to do that with Twitter, but, like, I would not trust him to succeed.
Honestly, I feel like
I
the
agree
one
there.
problem with Twitter is that Elon Musk stepped into an industry he had no idea how to run.
I mean, he does that a lot.
Honestly, I
mean,
feel
yeah,
like
but
there is a misconception. Twitter was kind of a shithole even before
That's
that.
true. Honestly,
Oh
no
yeah,
matter-
but he is actively making it worse. If you see the fucking two-factor authentication fiasco that just popped up, that's
I've not seen anything of a
it's
two-factor. But no, honestly, I just feel like he's trying to. I don't know. To put it very simply, I just feel like Twitter's always been a shit show, and just Elon didn't make it any better, nor did he make it technically worse in a sense. I feel like it's always been that road. If that makes any sense, it was always going to go down that road.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Anyway, I think we're kind of straight off topic. So
We did
maybe
a
next
little.
topic.
We did stray off topic. We got started talking about the big ow. Everyone hydrate.
I love the big owl. Okay, I'll
Ooh.
hydrate.
Hydrate.
With water?
Ah, that's
Whatever
good.
you got, just hydrate something.
Oh, all right.
But no, we should go on to the next topic, which, oh gosh, ow, what the hell, why, Master Becca, why do this, why?
Because they don't want you to change the topic.
I guess I don't want to change the topic. What do you guys want me to talk about? Got it.
So yeah, I know. I'm having fun here. This is a good time.
Okay, we have another topic. It's about the Wachter Group revealing Eleonora's name, real life name. Wachter Group is a VTuber company. They revealed the real name of a VTuber. They were on their
honestly,
way.
that's
a
not
bit of
even-
an issue.
That's
I'm
not
sorry,
even
like,
like the
dox
extent.
That's
That is not even
extent.
the
That's
extent
just the
of
baseline.
what they did. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I
is
know.
just like
I
the
know.
tip of the iceberg.
I know.
Wachter has been like, the more I look into it, this is objectively the worst company of VTubers I have
I
encountered.
looked into it a little bit. It is the worst, but I just wanted to start off with the whole. They revealed the actual VTuber's name.
Like, as in the name of
The
the,
name
person
of the
behind
person
the avatar.
Yes,
behind
they
it,
doxed.
yes,
They
they
doxed
did.
her. Yes, they
Yeah,
doxed her.
sick.
Love-
Love
in
that.
what
Sick.
in what
Lovely.
capacity can we
They-
be a little bit clear? So
They
like, was this
accidentally,
revealed through
right?
like taxing information, or was it like some breach of contract, or did they
No,
say this in
if I
some
remember
public
correctly-
forum?
If I remember correctly, she quit the company and they revealed her name in the exit forms.
Oh,
So it was
That is-
retaliation.
Yeah, basically.
That's a little fucked.
It's very fucked.
Delightful.
Yeah.
It's very fucked.
Sarah, just so you understand how much
That's the
what
face
kind of
everyone's
what
making right
company
now about
what there
that.
is, every single talent they have left.
Every single
Yeah,
one.
you're not fucking safe, are you? Like, yeah, no, like, if I'm signed to to like some VTuber agency, and then they're like, well, we're going to dox one of our guys just as a little bit, just for a little bit of fun. I'm gonna be like, oh, I don't
Hey,
want
it's
to be here
comedy.
anymore.
Dark comedy.
Have a little bit of doxing as a treat.
Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah,
a little
the
bit more
contract is abysmal. The contract they have for their talent
It's
is
so
abysmal.
bad.
So
I-
every single person on their payroll is leaving as soon as they
Yes.
can.
Yeah, for the record, when it comes to applying for or accepting any kind of engagement from agencies, please do
Read the
some
contract.
research.
Research.
Read the fucking contract.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
but
yeah.
no.
Yeah,
I want to say
do
one
not
thing,
be-
everybody.
Getting
Everybody say
more-
one
Don't
thing.
be afraid to ask questions. If they deny you any access because you
yeah.
asked questions, you do not want to be there.
Yeah, but I need to ask one question. So,
Okay.
Cosmic, have you heard any of the actual VTuber agency groups, considering you're so new to being a VTuber in general?
No, I haven't. I didn't even know they
Ooh.
existed, but it doesn't surprise me that they do.
So, let's do a bit of a rundown of what a VTuber group actually is, for Cosmic and anyone who doesn't know what they are.
Yes.
A
Can I quickly, because I'm the resident VTuber knowledge expert, I think.
You know what? You're basically the co-host at this point. Yeah, go ahead, co-host.
Okay. A minute with about VTubers with Observer.com. So VTuber organizations are often formed by either media corporations or very budding groups. Groups and there exists two
Agencies.
types of them. Two types of agencies. One type of agency is Vishojo, which were formed by several already established members. This is the type that is rare among the group, among all the groups that is currently active, because they have to have their own influence beforehand to be successful on the market. On the other hand, you have corporations and groups starting these new VTuber agencies. These agencies recruit people from outside and then commission avatars themselves. You don't spend a single penny. They actually legitimately do every prep for you.
They get your name
And
out
then
there,
they
put
often get
clouds.
released in generations, right?
Yeah,
Generation 1, like
generations.
3
Generation
people.
1, Generation 2.
Generation 2,
If you want me to
people,
put it very
etc.,
simply, for any layman's terms, do you guys know what Japanese idols are?
Yeah, it's like an idol group.
Yeah, you're
kind of
basically
thing.
an idol group. You're a virtual idol group. That's about it.
Kinda. Yeah, that's kind of
And
it.
you have similar weird restrictions placed
have
on you
similar
sometimes. It's not great.
Yep.
Depends.
You gotta
Depends
dance
on
for
the
that.
It does depend on
It does
the company.
depend on
Depends on
the
the
company,
company.
but a lot of the bigger ones, it can be like that, unfortunately.
Misaki, how's it going? Welcome everybody. But no,
Um, My favorite one currently is Face Connect because they allowed the fucking
Face Connect.
anti-government ranting bunny that is pinking
Oh,
people
yeah.
to run wild. And I'm like, yeah, that's a good company.
You guys don't know that, do you?
I mean, I've heard of Pip-Up. I didn't know she ranted about the government.
Let's put it
Okay.
this way: she's so
Yeah,
cynical.
she has a lot of conspiracy theory tendencies, and
Oh,
she's
no.
very unhinged. And
She's
she's
the Alex
very
Jones of VTubers. She's the Alex Jones of VTubers. I don't joke.
Oh, 1 second. Oh no, I don't have 800. Fuck.
What do you mean? What are you doing?
I was like, oh no, I can see why this is going. Can I hit change the subject?
No, this is why we're here. This is the hot takes part. We gotta hold out for a
Oy.
little bit. This is why.
Oh, these takes are getting a bit too hot for me, buddy. Oh,
you
yeah,
don't- you
yeah,
don't-
yeah,
Can we,
yeah.
Oh, no, guys, it's gonna get worse. These aren't even the
No.
worst ones. It's gonna
Look,
get worse.
I see the fucking
We're-
tag in all caps at the bottom. I'm fucking dreading it. Okay.
We are risking cancellation with this one. I gotta inform you.
I'm
risking
not
it.
sure if that's a risk I want.
This is a risk. Well, you're here already.
Centralized from the last one before moving subjects. I'm actually a little curious, just as a question, but when it comes to politics, let's say, in your own personal streams or videos. Do you feel like that is an acceptable thing to do, or
To an
is
extent.
it sort of not for your channel? Or
Let's put it this way.
Uh,
For me, I try to keep it away as much as possible. Literally, it is like the bane of my existence. If I get it in there, it's gonna get basically tank me no matter what I do.
yo, hey Pablo.
So I try to keep it out of there as much as possible. Other than that, I will do it maybe here and there, but I won't force the topic. I'll basically it's like here it mentions, because in my opinion, if you bring politics into your streams, they are going to sink you.
Okay, so like just to clarify with the initial question, wait, are you asking like is it acceptable as in like do I personally like doing it, or is it acceptable as in do I think it's an acceptable thing for people to do at all?
Let's do it for both.
I
So do you think
yeah,
it's acceptable?
I think there's a bit of both. Yeah.
I mean, I definitely think people should be free to speak their mind of their politics and stuff. Like, you know, within reason, there's some politics that are pretty bad, and you know, it's pretty fair that some of that stuff is against TOS. Let's be real.
Oh yeah. Let's put this way.
And like I personally, I will occasionally talk about my political beliefs on my stream because I talk about my life on my stream, and real life's got politics in it, buddy.
Oh no, I agree with that, but I'm gonna say this. I feel like politics.
Unless
can be
you're a
tough.
hermit, like me, in which case politics are not
like-
involved at all.
I do have an example.
Okay.
Like recently, I was talking about there was this brigade. Okay, so like I live on the island of Jersey in the Channel Islands. It's like a small place.
There's an island called Jersey in Britain.
Well, it's not in Britain, it's in the British Isles, if that makes sense. But, yeah, well, I mean, why do you think New Jersey? Why do you think it's new?
Oh, okay. I was about to say, do they have
But
the
yeah.
same Jersey accent? Do you treat them the same as we do?
No, we do not talk like
Do you
Joyce.
drive really
don't, like,
fast
talk
and
like Joycey?
cross 4 lanes without
You don't
looking?
talk like Joycey?
No. In
I
fact,
mean,
it's actually
New
pretty
Yorkers
safe
do
to...
that anyway. So,
It's actually pretty
True.
safe to walk
True.
across the
It's
road in New
contaminated.
Jersey. But anyway, so like I was saying, our government's Twitter account, which I do frequent occasionally because it's relevant,
as a Twitter
post
account?
it. Well, yeah, most governments have
Are
like
idiots.
a Twitter account where they post about stuff. You know, you're just pretty smart and don't look at them. Yeah, so
Mental
they
sick.
every once in a while they post about like relevant stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
there was a campaign going around where like people can
Thank you
get
for
like
the follow, Zappilo. Thank you so
yo
much.
follow.
Thank you.
But yeah, we can get a
God, I already
that's someone
passed
from
it.
my community.
Yeah, I already passed my object. God damn, I already passed
Yeah,
my
no.
goal for the week. What the hell?
Hell yeah, I love that.
By
But yeah,
20.
no, they were doing this campaign thing and they were tweeting about it. They put out a few tweets about it, about like
Mm-hmm.
a campaign for free cervical smears.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just
Yeah.
because that's an important health thing you have
Ow.
to do every once in a while. But then they put one out, like an advertisement for the cervical smears that was specifically targeted at trans men and non-binary
Ow.
people.
Uh-huh.
And like that got brigaded by so many transphobes who definitely don't live here.
Mhm.
And like I vented about that on stream for a bit because
Okay.
it pissed me off.
Okay.
Okay.
But
And like that involved me
Ow.
talking about my political beliefs.
yeah, like I don't feel like you should have the right to do your own political beliefs or anything like that. My only problem is if at least it's not for me, you know? I don't want to talk about it. It's not why I'm here. I'm here to
I
entertain.
mean, nobody
I'm here have
has to.
fun.
You're not.
Yeah,
I'm not saying
no
anyone
one
should be
has to.
forced into constantly explaining their stance on every political issue at all times.
I
Now
know,
that being said, I don't agree with the death penalty. I think weed should be legal.
No. My problem is I've had a few people to go like, you should talk about it more. I'm like, I don't want to talk about it. It's not where I don't like it for me. For my
Not
streams, I
everybody
keep it
likes
off.
talking about it.
No one likes
Honestly,
talking
it's
about
like
it.
I think people are forgetting these days that people who stream games maybe want to play games and talk about games. That's something to consider. Maybe.
Of course,
Perhaps.
like
But
of course, sometimes you can't. There's politics you can't avoid, and you will need to address them. But that's just a fact of life.
okay, so let's see. That's a pretty good thing. Anyone else have any new topics or anything they want to discuss? Because I have another topic we should probably get to.
hey, can anybody can anybody just come up with something that has a topic that's tagged on the stream that I would like to? Oh boy, hey, let's delay that. Hey,
So
No, I'm saving.
do you
You
like
see,
buns?
there's difference. It's not delaying. It's saving for the right moment. You know.
Buns.
Do you like buns?
Do you like big buns that I cannot
I
lie?
love buns.
oh, I like cinnamon buns. They're nice. I like hot
Oh,
pressed
yeah,
buns.
cinnamon
They're pretty good.
buns. Yes.
Wait, what? Cinnamon
Uh,
buns? I like cinnamon buns.
I mean,
Boxers or
Never
briefs?
mind.
Yes, boxers or briefs.
Oh, that's the age-old question, right?
Boxers. That's my answer. Boxers.
Okay, so it's rough. I think boxers are ultimately more comfy in most scenarios, but this is a little embarrassing. But just as a trans woman, I feel bad wearing them. Like they just make me feel more mannish. And I know that's a little like
Let's put it-
bullshit,
no,
but
no.
like,
Sarah,
It's-
in my opinion, don't feel bad for wearing them. Just say they're
I
comfy.
get it.
That's the one thing guys have going for them. The boxers
Yeah.
are just comfy as shit.
yeah, I know, but like, self-image is just the worst,
No,
you know.
just give that to a few girls, and I'm pretty sure they'd start wearing boxers.
You're
Just
probably
because
right.
comfy as shit.
breathe. You know.
They
I
breathe.
actually know
They breathe.
legitimately several girls who wear boxers. And I literally saw on a beach just a Russian lady wearing Spider-Man boxers, just like
Oh,
trotting.
yo, Spider-Man, let's go!
Nice.
Let's go.
He does whatever a spider
Spider-Man.
He
can.
does.
Yeah, just Spider-Man
Yo, shoutouts to
face
Super
on her
Spider-Man.
butt.
Shout out
Just
to
Spider-Man face on her butt
Spider-Man.
as she walks, and I'm like, yeah, I respect
Ow.
that.
Hydrate, everybody.
Okay,
Nope.
only because you
Here
asked.
we go.
Ah,
Every time I take
Thank
a
you,
drink,
Tofu.
like, cause the glass is going in front of my face, my model just freaks the fuck out.
freak the fuck out. But no.
Yeah.
So, I am going to start off with one of the spiciest topics of the night. So, let's go to the new topic. And the new topic is actually... no, the new topic is about Atomic Heart. Have you guys been hearing what's going on with that game?
No, I have heard of it. I don't know what's been going
so,
on.
Atomic Heart is being... is a-
Okay,
is-
so
let me explain it
yeah,
real quick. So, Atomic Heart
yeah,
is
I'm
a
the
video-
Russian here.
I know you're the Russian here, but I want to give a general observation, but then you can speak all about it. I know it's very personal to you, but this game is a Russian-made game that's basically BioShock, but in the Soviet Union. But because of all the stuff going on wrong with the world and everything like that, there's a boycott of it just for it being Russian. And I'm wondering, is that justified to harm the company in Russia, even though, you know, it's just a video game? You know, why does it have to suffer for the country itself?
I mean, like, I can see the argument. Part of the question is that, like, ultimately, where is that company's money going? Like, maybe they are donating to the military, in which case, yeah, you probably should boycott it, but, like...
Well, the thing is, there's no one talking about that. It's just, it's Russian. Oh my gosh, boycott it.
I should point it out. The company themselves put out a statement. It was a general statement that they are against harming anyone anywhere. So it's
Yeah,
a
I mean,
safe
like-
bet that they are not donating. They are not donating to the military.
Yeah, as long as the company itself isn't like actively supporting, I'm just gonna come out and say it, the invasion of Ukraine. I think
Oh god, this is getting
that
spicy.
it's not a particularly. I mean, look, you can't just dance around the issue. It's a thing
That's
that's
true.
happening. Like you're bringing up a political
That's
issue.
fair.
You gotta go have it because if you're
Let's
dancing
do
around it,
this.
it makes you seem like you're kind of.
No, let's do it. Let's do it.
yeah.
Let's get canceled
I feel like
today. Let's do
the-
it. Let's get
My
That
canceled.
only
being said,
issue as a Russian.
they delayed Advance Wars for a year and I'm mad. So.
But yeah, my only problem is it's basically just because it's a Russian-made game, everyone wants to boycott
Yeah,
it.
there's a video out there. Do not buy Atomic Hearts, right? And the video starts off, and this is brilliant tactic of convincing everyone by insulting the viewer and saying that you watch Joe Rogan podcast and play COD if you are serious in this game. And I'm like, yeah, sure, you're convincing, buddy. Thank you. And then
I
it
will
goes on
say-
a whole fucking rant about how literally there was like straw man argument on everything, like how them being Russian automatically means that they want to steal your data.
Yes, there's like
As the Genshin player. The Genshin player.
Yes, the Genshin
the
players.
Genshin players. Oh god, Genshin in back
He
here.
was,
So
he
god.
was a Genshin
Yo,
player.
speaking
that
of
accuses
dubious
a
ties to
company.
morally questionable governments.
Yeah. That's the problem.
He's speaking. He is a massive Genshin player that fucking
Mhm.
speaks about stealing data
Yeah.
and being
that
tied to
is-
shady
That's the
governments.
thing. That's my thing. That's been going on for a while, and I'm starting to worry that it's starting to be a trend.
Bro, I love it when I throw a stone from my glass house.
Well-
It's so sick.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
let's be clear. I don't think the studio behind Atomic Heart has specifically been discovered of trying to steal data, right?
They haven't.
So-
Nothing about it.
I haven't read
All of
anything
it's
about it
speculation.
specifically.
All
Like
of
for
it's
the most
speculation.
part, yeah, this sounds very much like like your general sort of indie developer putting out something that is,
And you know
Um,
what's funny thing is the whole concept of Atomic Heart as a game was in process for 10 years
Mhm.
Yeah.
before the war was even
Well, yeah.
a
Well,
question.
I mean, yeah, a game like that isn't going to be
which is a
developed in year.
commonplace.
Yeah. But that's my thing. It's like it's been developed for so long, then they just happen to be unlucky and release it during a war. You know? I feel a little bit bad for the game developers because
Yeah.
they had
I
to
mean,
deal with
like,
all that flack.
it's
They don't
definitely
have a
would have been-
choice.
It's Russian propaganda.
Yeah.
It definitely would
propaganda.
have
That
impacted the
is-
game's sales just because Russian shooting game, even if you don't personally hold bias, it's the sort of thing where you're like, oh, maybe I don't want to get that right now, you know?
Yeah, that's the
Right,
Yeah,
problem.
and-
like the thing is, I actually looked into what the game is about.
Mhm.
They say Russian propaganda. Meanwhile, the game says that maybe USSR was kind of a shithole, and maybe this whole thing wasn't really that good. Maybe this whole
Yeah.
thing is really not that good.
That's
And I'm like, yeah, totally.
You can make the
propaganda.
argument that being
Probably.
anti-USSR could be propaganda for like modern day Russia, but that's like you need a bit more there.
Honestly, the entire situation is just a little to me because I'm like, I don't know. I feel bad for the developers because they didn't intend this. Like they just wanted to make a game, and next thing you know, they get boycotted because their government did something bad.
To be
Right, and
fair,
imagine how they feel,
The entire,
right?
Yeah, imagine how
the
they feel.
entire thing.
I mean, yeah, ultimately the problem here is like Vladimir Putin and various other political
Yeah,
actors that are using this war for their own ends, you know,
Oh, yeah,
like,
they definitely did something, but it's
and
I
they're not
just-
going to face the consequences. I hope I'm
The
wrong,
thing
but
is,
they're not going
yeah,
to.
the thing is about this whole thing is that what the boycott did
Mhm.
is that it actually did the reverse of what the boycott was supposed
Yes,
to do.
actually
Because
did.
a lot of people I see in the comments are like, "What the fuck is Atomic Heart? This looks cool. I'm gonna go buy it." And this is the very standard response of a normal gamer person.
Yep.
If they're told to not do something, they will literally turn around
And
and
do
go
the
buy 3
straight
copies of
opposite.
it.
Let's put it this way. You know what? I think this might shift into another topic that I have.
Nope.
Because it's not technically the same topic, but it's still a different topic. The new topic: when is a boycott? When is a boycott actually?
Sarah, no, we're not talking about that game.
We're not talking about that game yet.
Okay.
It's not that
Yeah.
topic
Okay.
yet. It's not that topic
Okay.
yet. I'm discussing when is a boycott a good one versus a bad one. And in my opinion, a boycott turns sour when everyone starts arguing with one another and there's no cohesion.
When there's shit thrown at each other,
When
like
there's
when
shit,
everyone throws shit at each other, I think
Exactly.
that's when it's
That's
like,
when it
yeah, it
goes
doesn't
straight
work.
to
It
hell.
isn't working at all.
A boycott is good when it's against a bad thing, and it's bad when it's against a good thing.
Ow! No, I agree that when a boycott is against a bad thing, that's good.
If only
my-
things were that
my-
simple
My,
in
no,
real
no,
life.
no, 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 no.
Yeah,
Let me explain.
really.
Let me explain.
Slice
A
and dice
boyc-
it that way.
A boycott is bad. Even like a boycott can have a good reason, but then there's some people in that boycott that could probably go around insulting other people, being mean to other people who buy it. You can't control everyone, and some people are gonna buy it. It's just gonna be straight up.
I feel
Some people
like
are gonna
when
buy
a
it.
boycott
The pro-
comes
no, no,
from
no.
a topic of passion and hurt, inevitably it will spiral into a mess
I
because
don't
there will be a lot of
I-
people
that's
who there will be
subjective.
a lot of people in that movement
No.
who will take it upon themselves to be the mighty, the justice that smites
Let's put
everything. And honestly, let's be real. Nothing gets people turned on.
Yes.
Nothing.
Wait,
Than cheating on someone with justifiable reason. Nothing in this life turns anyone on.
Someone in the comments made a great thing. Honestly, boycotts are only as impactful as your community. The problem is when the community turns on each other while boycotting, that's when it goes straight to hell. Nothing gets accomplished.
Well, like ultimately the reasons for the boycott really do go into it. Like, you know, people are just less likely to join in on, say, a boycott of the video game Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 due to lack of dedicated servers for the PC version, because ultimately that's just not a topic enough people care about.
I agree.
You know, as for an example of an actual boycott that just didn't work.
I mean, yeah, you could say that, but there's also like
And
boycotts that
sometimes
did kind of work.
there are also boycotts that aren't even designed necessarily to succeed, more so to just make a point, which we'll get to later.
Oh no!
I think I'm generally concerned with boycotts, especially those that hit the social media train very heavy. And we can talk about that a little later. But my concern mainly is that most of it comes from misinformation, and so people choose to listen to very specific statements and words that surround the subject.
A lot of misinformation about a lot of these games coming out and all this other
Prime
stuff.
example.
Yeah,
we're gonna get to this later, but prime example, Silver Rail. Prime example.
Let's save that for later. Cosmic, do you have anything you want to add?
Not really. I just
Anything else? You good?
Yeah, I'm fine. I don't really know.
I'm sorry if I talk a lot. I'm sorry if I talk a lot.
It's fine if you don't have anything yet. I just want to see if you had anything you wanted to add. Because, you know, heavy stuff, heavy topics. Just curious if you had anything on your mind.
No, not really. Not in the term boycotts. I'm kind of... I tend to just stay away with it if there's any chance of it.
So you're just boycotting. You're just boycotting this topic.
Boycotting the boycott. Wow.
No, I
boycott. So what is it? Cosmic?
No, I will say that is the most embarrassing thing.
What is it, Cosmic?
I'm saying, like, if there's any kind of drama from it, I tend to just stay away from it. I let it cool down, and then come back to it at another time and see what actually happened with it.
Oh, I get it. So you just don't want to deal with the drama of it.
It's too much stress for me to worry about. It's too much stress for me to involve myself with. So I stay out of it.
Yeah. But I do see this thing about boycott. You know, someone said boycott the boycott. I understand they're saying that as a joke, but like, I do think the most pathetic response anyone can have to a boycott is spite buying the thing in question, because like, hell yeah, I'm going to spend money on a product I don't necessarily want just to annoy people online. I'll show them I don't have 70 of my dollars.
You know, that's a thing. You know what? Let's just fucking rip off the Band-Aid. We got to talk about it because everyone's dancing around it. Let's do it. Is everyone ready?
Okay.
I
feel like I was brought on this show for a reason.
You were. Okay. And honestly, it's not. I don't want to be mean or anything.
Because I'm British.
No, it's because I want your opinion on this topic. But let's go over it. We're talking about Hogwarts Legacy, everybody. You know what? Let's get canceled. Let's do it.
You know, good on you for getting the trans person to talk about this topic. You're like the first to do that.
But no, I want everyone to be calm about this topic. No yelling, no mean or spirited anything. Yes, period. No mean-spirited anything, period. So, in my opinion, this is just me, you don't have to agree with anything. Please explain your point of view afterwards. In my opinion, the boycott failed, period. It did not help at all. It literally caused the opposite of what it was trying to do. It started out good, but I think it turned sour. I think it turned really, really sour. And I think it's still turning sour, because there are some innocent people who just wanted to get a video game. Sure, the game supports someone no one likes, but at the end of the day, it's just a game.
Well, that's not true. That's just actually incorrect.
Such as?
Plenty of people like J.K. Rowling.
Plenty of people do like J.K. Rowling. Yes, plenty of people do like J.K. Rowling.
I think if she was truly a person no one liked, it wouldn't have been seen as as big of an issue, because like then she wouldn't have the political and cultural clout she does, but she does have that, and that's an important factor as to like why this is a hot button issue.
Oh, wait.
Just on topic of the fact that
you're saying that not everyone dislikes her.
yeah, like,
I mean,
I
that's
just tried
gotta
to
be
break it-
true.
Oh yeah,
have you been
Right.
to the UK?
Yeah.
Like we
No.
have. It is not safe for trans people here.
No.
A lot of people are really down with her ideology.
I know. I'm just trying to break it down into simple like things, so I can break it down
I
into a
know.
simple topic.
But
So-
just like I want to make sure that the people in the chat have
no.
like the full idea here, because
Oh,
people
yeah.
spread a lot of misinformation here, and they leave out some stuff. I think that results in some people forming opinions that they otherwise might not have if they had the whole picture.
Yes. So let me go into one topic that I find at least did kind of ruin a bit of the boycott. Like I was fine with boycotting. So in my opinion, if you boycott, you boycott. That's my thing. Like you don't have to boycott. No one. I can't force anyone to boycott. I can encourage them to, but one thing I noticed, at least with Hogwarts Legacy, is there was a lot of people that said, if you buy this game, you are beyond redemption and you are a monster, basically. There's a
Yeah,
lot of people who
that's-
said that. I've seen that a lot. And there was also there's this VTuber called Pikamin who just enjoyed the Harry Potter books, and she's like the most wholesome streamer you could ever think of. She played the game and she got so much harassment, she had to stop streaming the series. And that's when, in my opinion,
She didn't actually stream it.
She announced that she will stream it.
yeah,
and
she was announcing.
the amount of harassment she got
Forced
just
her
from
to
that
stop.
basically pushed her out. An interesting fact, she had not been heard from since, by the
Yeah.
way. She had not been heard from.
Yeah,
that event.
and people certainly didn't help that, because like I didn't look at the entire fucking Twitter thread, so I can't say there was no harassment, but people certainly didn't make it easy to find, because the stuff they were spreading around as evidence of the harassment was not that. And I imagine there was harassment, because this is the internet and there always is, but they were not making their case very well. I think that did muddy the waters somewhat, because like then it just makes it seem like they're lying about it, and you don't want that.
No, yeah, there's how to put it. I feel like there was harassment, but not everyone's going to explain it correctly. That's my thing. Not everyone's going to explain every topic correctly. So, but I do feel like there was a bit.
Definitely from.
Well, I was gonna say is I
Sorry.
do feel like there was a bit of harassment. Otherwise, she would have gone through with the stream. You know, because if you get
I
like a
mean-
bit of hate here and there, that's about it. But if you get like
I mean,
a
like,
mountain of hate, then you're gonna go like.
I'm not
yeah.
even talking about like hate here. I'm saying like, if someone's like, "Hey, I'm going to stream the video game Hogwarts Legacy," and then you go, I don't think that's particularly morally defensible action. I'm kind of disappointed here. I may unfollow. I think like that's a perfectly reasonable
No,
thing to say,
like-
or variation of such. But like a lot of people do that. Some people are going to read that as harassment when I personally don't see it that way.
No,
Like
no.
I think there's a certain amount where like
Like, let's.
I don't know, an action will have a consequence, and then
Yeah.
like that consequence should never go into like, for example, let's get the obvious stuff so people don't think I'm defending bad stuff. Like don't do a death threat.
Yes.
Don't talk someone.
No.
Do not fucking whatever. But like, you are allowed
yeah.
to voice your displeasure at a thing they're doing
But-
you consider immoral.
Yes, there's.
Yeah,
there's,
I have seen actual chats. I tend to. What part of my habits as a VTuber, as a person, I tend to vibe and lurk in a lot of chats at once. Like I do a lot of I have a whole fucking surveillance network.
Someone in the chat there.
Yeah. Corona made a perfectly good thing in the chat. Unfortunately, parts of creating things is that people are allowed to interpret it however they want. HP franchise is bigger than JKR and her gross viewers at this point. The average person isn't even aware that. Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna say this.
So-
I was not aware of anything she said. Period.
I will. Am I allowed to be considered the
Well, yeah, there's
closest thing to an expert
there's-
on this topic in this call?
I don't. Let's put it this way.
Let's take a step back. So
Yeah. Okay.
I want to be clear. There's some distinctions that we should make here first before we kind of dive into some of the semantics behind what's going on a
Exactly.
little further. So one is we have a company that is developing a game that is using the HP Harry Potter franchise
Exactly.
in order to sell it to people, right? So that's one part of this. Then there's J.K. Rowling, which is a separate entity that created the Harry Potter series, who has not been directly involved with the game, right? The things that, and then of course, J.K. Rowling has her own special
Things.
beliefs on
Yes.
a variety of very difficult subjects, such as
And
transphobic
All
and
this stuff.
a variety of other political type issues, right?
It's
So-
mostly trans people at this point, unfortunately.
yes.
Yeah.
But-
And the issue with particularly buying the Harry Potter game is that because J.K. Rowling created the
posture
series,
check.
she will benefit from
Yeah.
royalties
To clarify,
of the
like-
games sold. Now,
Yeah, she
think
still
of
owns
it, think of it this way,
Yeah.
like the company will still be making the money, the primary amount of the money, right, that goes into this game. But unfortunately,
check.
regardless of I'm moving up.
Everybody got their
Regardless
check.
regardless of anything J.K. Rowling has said or how the company, the developer itself, aligns or misaligns with J.K. Rowling's views, they are required by law to still pay her those royalties, right?
Yeah.
So
it's her
I
property,
just want to make
technically.
that really clear for everyone who is watching and for everyone who's on the call here, just so the stance that maybe Sarah might want to take shortly here can be interpreted a bit more clearly.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
I
just
mean,
A little
like-
bit of nuance.
An
A little
obvious,
bit
like,
of nuance.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry. They are going to pay her regardless
Right,
They have to
right.
by
because
law.
They have to.
they have the license for the Harry Potter universe,
Yeah.
and they pay mostly for the license. The biggest money they already paid was for the license and to maintain the license. Objectively, the game sales will be change in comparison.
Let's put it this way. How do we put it? When it comes to the company, I feel like they actually tried to do a lot for at least transgender people. They actually had like a transgender character. They allowed you to make transgender, stuff in it. Let's put it this way. Even if you don't agree, they at least were trying to do something. In one way or another. It
mean-
might not have been successful, but they were trying.
That transgender character is its own controversy, really.
We'll talk about it later then, but
But
I just want to point that out to you. They have to pay her no matter what. And honestly, in my opinion, she's already made enough money, Let's put it this way. I don't think we could possibly really do anything to screw her over at this point.
my
Can I
personal
just-
say. Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
Can
Sarah,
I
you
just
talk.
say
No, no.
really quickly?
Mhm.
This is not really to try and sway people's opinion.
Mhm.
Kind of just an understanding.
Uh-huh.
That's how these are supposed to work.
Right, exactly. We want to make sure that,
Yeah.
like, every discussion, of course, someone may have a personal bias towards a situation, but we need to also consider the objective facts when we're talking about some of these things, right? So, even if it, is something like they tried to put a transgender character in there, there's probably a bunch of controversy around that. It might be poorly implemented. It might have issues with representation in the transgender community, right?
Yeah, the particular thing with the transgender character is that the name lines up in a very unfortunate way that is also in line with, unfortunate naming conventions J.K. Rowling has already done for other characters in her work. Which,
Wait, what, are you talking about, the name of the character?
the name of the character. So, there's been a lot of criticism in some cases for, how J.K. Rowling can do certain amounts of either stereotyping or just, really poor choices of names for certain characters. Probably naming, one of the major black characters of your book, Shacklebolt, wasn't a good idea. Whether or not that was intentional or not a good idea, IMO. Yeah, shout out to Kingsley Shacklebolt, exactly. Yo, Chaos Candy knows what I'm on about.
Yeah, I guess.
But, the trans woman's character's name in question is Sir Owner Ryan, which literally opens with the honorific Sir, which is like maybe if you're trying to avoid accusations of transphobia, I don't know, there's probably a better name you can pick.
You know what? I have an
I
idea.
feel like I feel like that is a funny thing about this whole thing is that a lot of people look way too deeply into this.
I have an idea. Seta, you have lots of opinion on this. I want you to go in a bit of a rant to see. I want to get your full point of view on this.
Okay, well I won't go on a rant because you told me not to get heated. So
No. We can get a little heated. Just
Okay,
this is polite.
so-
We're just talking here.
all right. So if you want my personal view, if you buy the video game Hogwarts Legacy with your $70, because it's a $70 game, this is very
Yes.
$70.
Yeah, that's like
bad.
that's reason number one you shouldn't buy the game. By the way, don't buy $70 games. Please do not encourage that
I
price
don't
point
agree
for big
anymore.
games.
Yeah.
But if you stream it, I do not think you are a horrible person. I do not think you are beyond redemption. But I also do not think you get to call yourself a trans ally. I think you have made your stance. You have valued an entertainment product over the concerns of a vulnerable minority, and like my other stance is the thing that always got me, and I've tweeted about this before. If like you can't even be willing to, and here's here, you can't even be willing to keep 70 of your dollars for the concerns of trans people, it's pretty unreasonable that trans people could expect you to have their backs for anything more serious. Like if you're not even
What if
willing to put
what
it
if we
that
do
way.
both?
Yeah.
What if we do both? What if we donate $70 to the trans community and we buy the game? What does that mean?
I don't know if trying to treat LGBT allyship like carbon offsetting is necessarily a good idea.
No,
Can I
I'm just curious, right?
It's a good point. It is a
Can I
good
quickly-
point because at the end of the day, like it is a game. You're getting the game
Okay.
because
Sorry,
you
Observer.
want to
Just
play the
1
game,
second.
right?
Yeah. Let's. Observer, did you have something to say? You wanted to say something?
Yeah, it's just a very quick thing. It's $24 here.
What?
Oh,
What?
It's $24 there?
How the
Yeah.
fuck do exchange rates are fucking stupid? Okay.
What the hell?
Exchange rates are stupid. Steam actually prices. It's only you losers get $70. People in
Wow.
Eastern Europe often get like much.
I actually heard
smaller
the game
prices.
wasn't even being sold in Russia,
I don't
unless
think
it's
it
only the
was.
Steam version.
It might be the Steam version.
No, it's not being sold in Russia.
Really?
I'm not buying it in Russia.
Okay, I see. I
Oh,
gotcha.
that makes sense. But I want to say one thing about it. How do I put it? When it comes to this game in particularly, I feel like one reason it's doing as well as it has been doing is because the minority in the group that keeps saying you're the worst person who ever do it. Like if you buy it, you're literally you're basically as good as a murderer. Like
It's
I've
doing good.
Like
It's doing good partially because it's actually a decent game, and decent games, AAA decent games, are kind of a rarity.
The
It's
quality
decent.
of the game
It's
and the severity of people in the group is actually not why I think the game is doing good.
No,
I think the game is selling really well because it is tied to a large multimedia franchise that is very popular.
No.
Yeah,
No,
true.
What I mean is,
Same with
Yeah,
Marvel.
that's definitely a reason.
I could say yes. It is probably doing well because of that. But
It
we've
is
seen
the first big Harry Potter game, basically, so it was always going to do well. The boycott was never to make the game fail financially, it was to make any kind of moral stand.
Well, it's.
I think that's what people miss.
Well, the thing about it is how do I put it? Usually, boycotts are there to cause a bit of a punch to the wallet because that's all companies see is the punch to the wallet. Like, most boycotts do that because the only reason a company will listen to you is if you attack their money. Like, let's give
Also,
an example. Blizzard Entertainment, during that whole debacle of Blizzard, we had to hit them in the wallet, otherwise they wouldn't listen to anything.
I mean,
Mind you,
yes.
nobody really followed that either. Nobody
People
really
should have
followed it. It
followed
was
that a
really
lot
funny.
more. I still
followed
haven't
it.
purchased a Blizzard product to this day.
I still
haven't
haven't
purchased I haven't purchased a Ubisoft game since the sexual abuse allegations came out.
Likewise,
I personally
actually,
find
likewise.
this
Yeah.
quite easy to do.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah,
the
I
part
don't-
where I
I
find
don't-
it kind of annoying.
Well,
The thing is, Ubisoft games and
what the hell?
Blizzard Entertainment companies, they have another thing going for them, which is why a lot of people don't buy their shit. They suck ass.
What, Sarah?
Okay,
why,
but like,
why do you look like you're about to eat a Kane?
I mean, I've got some
I don't
chocolates
know
if
why
you'd
the
like.
fuck am I? Why the fuck am I? Yeah, what the fuck is happening with my model?
Would
One
you
second.
like some? I've got some truffles.
I actually
Maybe
would
some
like some,
strawberry
thank you.
truffles. Oh,
Yum,
okay.
yum,
But
yum,
no.
yum, yum.
But no, in my opinion, I feel like one reason it is doing a little bit more popular is due to the fact that everyone kept like there was like a small, very like minute people that were insulting anyone who even just thought about it. Like people who didn't even know what the
Let's be
subject.
real. Let's call things their name. Let's call things their name. There was an internet war over this game, effectively.
Yeah, I
that
mean,
put-
like,
The internet is
It
basically
still
at war with
is.
it. It's still at war.
Still
with it.
is. It's still
Yeah,
People are
so-
still getting hit.
Basically, what happened was, I feel like, at least in my point of view, you can disagree with me if you want, but my point of view is there was a small group of people that wanted to buy the people who didn't even know what was going on, but thought the game was great or wanted to get the game. We're gonna get it, and I think they could have been swayed against it if they were told, "Hey, you're not that, you're not the worst person ever if you buy the game. You just need to." I don't feel like insulting.
follow.
Wait, where did I get a follow? What?
No. I mean,
That
like,
was a
there was a
shadow.
shadow. I'm following
Shadow.
Cosmic now.
Go follow Cosmic. Yeah, everyone go
Yeah.
follow Cosmic. Hit the button.
okay.
Hit the follow button.
Hit the button.
Hit the button.
Why?
Oh yeah,
Hit the button.
I forgot about that.
But no,
Let's see.
in my
Hit
opinion,
the- oh fuck.
there were people who didn't know anything about the situation, just wanted a game, and then they got called this, that, and the other for it. But because they got that happened, they probably bought more copies to spite them. And
I will
sure, it's
say-
probably the worst thing you could do is just buy copies to spite them, but it's kind of the internet,
I do think that if you do that specifically, if you are buying the game, spending $70, specifically to annoy trans people who are upset, I do actually get to call you a transphobe for that specifically.
Okay.
I am allowed to do that.
But can you at least agree that you shouldn't call everyone who had at least a small interest and didn't know about the situation, who got called this, that, and the other for even just thinking about getting a game? Who got called
I think
this,
the
that, and
problem
other?
is not like thinking about it. The problem is that these same people, they not only called you morally reprehensible, but then they refuse to explain why are you morally
yeah.
reprehensible.
That was it. Like,
Oh,
there's-
I personally found the explanations are quite easy to find, so
No.
I just don't agree with that statement on a factual level.
well, let's
No,
put-
it's not easy to find. That's bullshit.
No,
I
it's
don't
not.
don't have to do. I don't have to do my fucking homework on being harassed. Sorry, I'm not gonna do that.
Observer, Sarah. What I think what Observer's trying to say is there was a few people that called some people this, that, and the other for it, and then when those people
Like if
asked,
if someone sends me a death threat, I'm not going to, about some issue. I'm not going to go and then maybe I should see why I'm being threatened with a needle up my ass real quick. Why is that? Let me Google it. I'm not gonna do that.
okay,
I was not. I very explicitly said before this that I do not agree with death threats in these circumstances.
that
was the point.
Specifically
That was the point.
to
Very
avoid that
specifically aggressive
comparison.
harassment.
So please do not
Yeah,
bring
the
that
very
up.
specific-
Do not imply I condone that because that is
no.
not nice.
yeah.
I'm not implying anything. I'm just saying like this is the norm. Like Sarah,
okay.
no negative feelings towards you. I'm not
wait, one
saying you're
second,
implying anything.
Everyone.
For real though, are you okay? You don't sound great there. Like, am I being a bit too harsh?
No. Let me. I think Seth is asking if you're doing okay, Observer.
Yeah. You sounded like you're like,
Heated.
maybe need a bit of a break or something. Like, and I can understand that. We can put a little bit of pause on
To be
it.
fair,
I don't want to
to be
upset
fair,
people.
it's 4 a.m. right now, and I'm very
It's
tired,
4
so I sound like kind of
Damn,
like.
Observer.
But yeah, I
No,
just think
trooper.
that like, okay, if you are aware of the controversy regarding J.K. Rowling, and then you consume Harry Potter media product by directly purchasing a new thing, an action that will provide money to JK, whether that's say going to watch a new Fantastic Beasts movie if they ever make another one,
I hope they don't, honestly.
Yeah, apparently those movies are pretty bad. I didn't watch them for the obvious reason. If you do that, or if you buy Hogwarts Legacy, or go to the fucking Harry Potter land at Universal, or buy Harry Potter Lego, or whatever the fuck, anything that would give her money after you know of these things, you have made your stance clear. Whether or not you want to be seen as making a political stance, you are on a small level doing it. You are prioritizing your own entertainment over the lived and lived experiences of trans people, because J.K. Rowling has proven that she will put her money towards political causes she believes in, and one of those political causes is making life worse for trans people in the UK specifically, as well as America.
Okay,
I imagine.
I want to say at least one thing. My problem is there are some people out there who just don't know about anything of the topic. Like, how to put it, there's a few people who had no idea what the topic was or anything about it, and then got called this because they showed interest in buying it. And then when they asked about it, then the other people were like, well, we don't need to tell you anything about it, you just need to get educated. That doesn't help the situation. If someone
Get
really
educated.
yeah, that's my thing.
I mean,
that's my
I
one,
like-
that's what my one problem is. When you say get educated, that doesn't help the situation. What helps
I mean-
is saying J.K. Rowling said this, that, and the other. It's just, in my opinion, morally reprehensible.
Okay, well, I guess I'll just make it clear right now. I'll just, for anybody who needs it. J.K. Rowling has a Oh,
Sorry. I read a comment in the chat, and I completely disagree with the statement in the chat. My apologies.
Well, the thing it's not an excuse, Tori, but there's some people that literally just have no idea what it is.
I do think ignorance is to some level an excuse. I will make that point. Like, if you don't know, you don't know. That's why I'm making it clear that I'm saying, if you know and you do this, I think poorly of you, right?
Okay.
And so just to make it clear, J.K. Rowling has on multiple occasions compared trans women to sexual predators on a generalizing scale, has implied that trans men are actually just autistic lesbians being confused, just completely infantilizing them, and just generally is a bit of a dick about the entire topic whenever it's brought up. Like,
no, I fully agree, but how to put it, I think there's also a bit of a thing to where people kind of just infer before actually getting to know, because I don't know, I've seen a lot of people just go out like they actually don't know the topic, but they get called this, and then the person who calls them this, they ask, hey, can you at least explain it
Let
to
me
me?
put it
And they
in
never
a short
do.
manner. Let me put it in a short way, I think.
That's my
not a
thing.
non-aggressive way.
Okay.
Some people react because it's from a point of hurt. As someone who, I'm a psychologist, so I sort of has a awareness of that.
yeah, I mean, that's just going to come up in psychology.
When people react from the point of hurt, and this is a point of hurt. Let me be clear. A lot of people are not going after Hogwarts Legacy because they woke up one day and their left pinky finger was whispering to them, "Fuck J.K. Rowling, fuck J.K.
Mine
Rowling."
does do that, to be clear, though.
Does it?
But not everyone does. Not everyone
Yeah,
does.
no, that just happens when you take estrogen for a couple of years. It just happens.
Oh no.
Yeah. But a lot of people have been hurt actively. So what happened in their brain is that Harry Potter and everything related to it has built a psychological connection to J.K. Rowling. So the death of the author, so to speak, is practically impossible for these people. So
It doesn't help that, everything else she's written has just been utter garbage.
yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, like the Cursed Child, that play sucked.
No, well, I don't even care. I'm not even Cursed Child. I'm specifically talking about, Casual Vacancy and her crime novels, which are
Crime
where
novels?
the transphobia allegations, initially rose up.
No, I didn't even.
Oh, also, the pen name she uses for her crime novels, Robert Galbraith. This one might be a coincidence, but it can sometimes be hard to give her the benefit of the doubt. But I guess I'll point out that it might be a coincidence.
Chance that someone is on. You know what? I think Blair has a pretty good point. I think it's best to believe in the chance that someone is honest unless there's proof, and I mean substantial proof otherwise. Everyone has a different social circle, and some just avoid drama whosoever. Like let's put it this way, I really didn't know much about anything about J.K. Rowling until this happened. And at this point, I don't go out of my way.
J.K. Rowling looks until 2020. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know how J.K. Rowling looks until 2020.
I mean, if that's the case,
that's the thing.
I think there's good things that can come from this whole discussion, because if nothing else, this being in the limelight is going to have a lot of people learn just how fucking shitty her views are.
Cosmic,
which might itself have a better effect than any individual boycott ever could.
Yeah, Cosmic.
Yeah, honestly, that's the thing. Yeah, sorry, can I finish my thought before that about the psychology?
Sure.
So, some people choose to express that lack of being unable to induce the death of the author. They express it by calmer means. They try to explain it. They try to like kind of go about it to like write this. But other people are fueled by hatred, right? It's because hate cause hate. It's a normal reaction. It's not bad. It's unhealthy, but it's not exactly bad.
It's a human reaction.
Yep.
It's a human reaction, yeah, exactly. Because we're emotional bastards. That's what it is. And a lot of that hatred, as usual, because they cannot directly hurt J.K. Rowling with their hatred. They go after the next best thing, right? They go after the game. They go after the people who play the game, and it's hatred that basically you watch Silvervale, and for some people, no matter how ridiculous that sounds, this is J.K. Rowling sitting here playing the game. This is her. This is her right now.
Oh no, I don't see her as J.K. Rowling. I see her as someone who made a bad decision I don't support. I see her as Silvervale, and I don't like what she did.
Well, let's put. I want to say. Oh wait, Cosmic, you had something to say?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I will finish after you say. Sorry.
Honestly, I forgot.
Really?
When ADHD brain strikes, it.
Oh no!
Oh, that's right.
I feel
immediately.
Yeah, that's
I feel bad.
You
haven't really.
Don't forget.
I feel bad. You guys really haven't talked. I feel bad, Cosmic. You really haven't talked much. I feel bad.
Oh well. It
Are you
is
sure?
what it is.
Okay. I just want to make sure you're free to talk whenever, dude.
Yeah, I try.
Just
and
tell
it
me if
doesn't
you want.
work.
Yeah,
So,
How about
tell me,
that?
sorry.
Yeah. Next time, if I gotta put it out this way. When I say stop, everyone stops. That's the new rule. If I say stop, it stops. Need to put this down, make this easier. Okay. So, in my opinion, when it comes to this entire situation, I just feel like there's a sense of, how do I put it? A sense of I know who you are before you actually ask a question, if that makes any sense. You know? Like, because you buy it.
Irrational hatred. Irrational hatred is it affects their decision making. It affects how they pursue educating people. It's not. We say minority, but let's be real. A lot of people react to pain with hate. That's normal reaction.
That is a normal.
A lot of people react to pain with hate.
I'd say it's a little weird if you didn't.
Oh, god dang it. Yeah. No, it's not weird if you don't.
Oh, hell yeah, good content.
God dang
coming
it,
in.
I got put in the bait off it again. How's it I wanted to make this as fair as possible. But, in my opinion, I think both sides are coming at each other with assumptions. If that makes any sense. Like, there are some people on the trans side who come at everyone who think they might not even know the situation, they might not know anything about J.K. Rowling. Because honestly, there's some people who just have no idea about the situation. They don't like drama, they don't like politics, they just like what they like, and they just don't care about any sort of, like, general drama or anything like that. But yelling at them doesn't get them to your side. Explaining to them about it. Honestly, in my opinion, explaining to someone over 100 times is better than yelling at them, because I feel like yelling at them drives people away, and when it drives people away, it actually may radicalize them against you.
The problem is, some people just don't want to listen, and when somebody's being obstinate and listening to you about something that you think is very important,
No,
that might end with you yelling at them because it feels like the only way they'll fucking hear you.
Oh no, I agree with
It's
that.
the difference between negative and positive reinforcement.
Yes,
though. Like
that's what I mean.
Screaming at someone is going to do nothing.
Agreed.
But like getting them to rationalize with you and try and understand your point of view is something that will help them understand where you're coming from, where they're coming from.
Voices.
And honestly, any person who does not listen to you speak normally is not worth the trouble of yelling at.
In my opinion, when it comes to this situation, I think it's just that they take a stance on your opinions before you actually give them. And for someone who's actually ignorant, it's for someone who's actually ignorant, they just need an explanation. But by calling them this, that, and the other with attacks doesn't give them any sort of reason to go to your side. It gives them a reason to hate you instead. In my opinion, by just explaining it nicely as possible, even though it hurts, and even though you're in pain, which honestly is understandable.
Can I side rant real quick?
I want to finish my thing first. But in my opinion, it doesn't help the situation. It actually makes it worse. Can we at least agree on that? By assuming someone's point of view beforehand, who may not know what's going on, that makes it, and by saying something mean to them beforehand, it may drive them away from your point of view.
It depends on a few factors, but I mostly agree in most scenarios.
That's my thing. I want us to work from where we agree and then into the places where we disagree. If we start from here, on a common ground, we gotta realize we're both human. But the point is, we have to find common ground first.
But at a certain point, as a twins person, I've experienced this many times. It can be frustrating to.
I don't disagree.
Trying to be serious while the fucking voice.
That's why this is so funny. It helps disable us being angry.
You have to explain these topics to so many people in a day. When you get to a certain point, it's just tiresome. Why do I have to do this? Why am I the twins whisperer? It would be so much easier if people would just fucking listen to the news for once, so I don't have to explain every moment of my lived experience.
To be fair,
at this point, I am just becoming Elmer Fudd, yes.
Would you rather they listen to Fox News?
That's true. That's true.
That's the other fucking problem. I feel I gotta do it because it's not even Fox News. I live in like a British area, and I'm
going to put it very simply. I think it's worth saying it over and over and over again, because the more you say it, the more people listen. Especially if you do it nicely. If you do it meanly, no one's gonna want to listen. A good reason is better than an attack. A good reason will sway people. A bad reason and an attack will push people away and make them hate you.
But unfortunately, we are all people, so
yes,
even
unfortunately,
rationally realize that talking to each other is actually the better solution. Not a lot of people will follow it.
Diana wants to know Cosmic's viewpoint. So what is your viewpoint on this situation so far?
I can't talk like this, so
it's fine. Just talk.
It's probably been 5 minutes.
It probably has been either way.
Oh, nice! I avoided it. Yes. All right, Cosmic, go ahead.
Cosmic, go.
I'll be honest. I still don't have anything. Like, it comes in at bursts, and if I can't say it at that point, then it just disappears.
Okay.
No, what are your thoughts on like the controversy in general? Like, how do you feel about it? Like, is it something that incites an undescribable rage inside of you, or does it, is it more of,
dust on the wind?
I'm more of an observer in the world, and I like to see what happens. I'm not being super interested in making comments.
I don't know. You look like you're trying to sit in my lap.
Form my opinion. But I don't tend to put myself out there with said opinions unless it's with like a few friends that do tend to have
similar opinions,
kind of conflicting, similar or conflicting. Because at that point, I will have a kind of reasonable debate with
Ow.
them instead of the
Hydrate.
Hydrate.
entire like.
Continue.
I'll have a reasonable debate with them instead of like a firefight because
Yeah.
it's someone I trust to have a conversation with, and I know that they're gonna understand my point and go, okay, and then here's mine. I understand where you're coming from, but here's this.
Yeah. Like,
Sorry, go ahead.
no, you go. Sorry.
I don't really tend to put myself into drama situations because
Yeah.
I don't like talking about it too much unless it's with someone I trust.
You know what? That's a good point. There is just a certain group of people out there who would rather just not go into the entire situation. You know? I don't think that makes.
overwhelming.
I
Side
don't.
rant.
Stress.
Yeah.
Side rant.
Yeah. Side rant.
Real
What's your
quick,
side
very
rant?
quick, side rant. You said it like several times, and then like it triggered my my trap card.
Oh god,
I
trap
mean,
card. What's going
Yeah.
on?
I activate
It's
Red
just
Review.
No.
No. It's like, can we just all agree that we are saying our opinions and not solid facts, and stop
Yeah.
saying like, oh, this is my opinion. This is my opinion, by the way. This is my opinion.
I mean, that's like an assumed thing, but like
Yeah.
it's the internet. You gotta be clear about this shit, otherwise people are gonna be handing you for a while. Oh, hey,
Yeah,
scenario.
Hello,
Well, that
scenario.
and I also-
Welcome.
That's
I
my
also
friend.
like how
Welcome.
much hostility was coming out of it
Yeah. Let's.
when we were going with opinions. Like, let's keep this a debate rather than an argument.
You know what? Yeah, I feel like there's one thing that should start between everything, which I probably failed to do here, and I'm sorry if I did. But let's all start off with something we can agree on. Hot dogs. Can we all agree hot dogs are nice?
I mean, I guess.
I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah,
hot
sure.
dogs are sentient. So
What?
can they truly?
If I
can't
presented
even-
a hot if I presented a hot dog with the opportunity to play the video game Hogwarts Legacy by directly giving 70 of their dollars to acclaimed UK children's author J.K. Rowling, would the hot dog do that? I think the hot dog would, so I do not like the hot dog.
It's more the fact that we
Uh,
start off at a point where we can all agree, then we can work off to where we
Yes, hot
disagree.
dogs are a taco.
What?
Yes, hot dogs are
Hot
tacos.
dogs are
Dun, dun,
tacos?
dun.
No, but my point of view is if we start off on something we can all agree on, it makes it easier for us to disagree because we can still
Okay.
see we're all
Wait.
human, if that makes any
Wait,
sense.
is a hot dog just the sausage, or is it the whole thing with like the bread and everything?
Well, I mean, some of
That's
us
true.
are not human here.
I mean, you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Dude,
We
Silence,
still have
you're
our
literally a demon.
humanity.
You're literally a demon. Sarah is
Okay.
axolotl.
I
Okay,
I am
you-
not
you-
even.
you know
I'm
what?
not even corporeal. What the
Yeah,
fuck
you're
are you
not.
talking
See,
about?
the thing is, you're not going hard enough. If you want something everyone agrees on, it needs to be something a lot more extreme. So, can we all agree that the Salem witch trials were immoral?
I think we can all
Yeah.
agree on that. But
Yeah.
no,
Okay,
Yeah.
there we go.
That's
Yeah.
my thing. It's like we can agree if we can all agree on one thing, we can at least work off that so we don't rip each other's heads off, you know? Because I feel like there's just a bunch of demonization on every single side, no matter who you are. I mean, if
be
you
fair,
don't
to
play
be
the
fair,
game, no,
all of us like-
quiet, everybody. If you don't play the game, you're a bastard. If you do play the game, you're a bastard. If you don't give a shit about the entire situation, you're a bastard. That's how it's seen by anybody right now.
Yeah.
I-
That's true. Yeah.
My closing thoughts on the matter are ultimately, I cannot personally affect any person's decision whether or not to consume
Mhm.
product outside of them asking me questions and me answering them, which people are
Yeah.
free to ask me those questions if they do so respectfully.
I encourage
And
it.
trust me, I know when you're being respectful, and I know when you're not funny. You will not be able to get around with dumb shit.
Yeah, but there's,
Uh,
I just,
But if you do ultimately decide to purchase or stream the game, you will personally lose specifically my respect, and you're just gonna have to be okay with that.
but okay, let's put it this way. In my opinion, when it comes to the whole thing, I just feel like both sides are ripping each other's heads off when honestly we probably could have all agreed. As long as no one like went out of their way to demonize every single person ever.
This is such a good joke I can make here, but it would be so snippy.
Do it. I don't mind. Do it. You can't.
We're
fix
ripping
it.
their heads off. Damn, I wish they'd shut up then.
Walls.
What the hell? Wait, wait. Actually, that does make. No. I'm getting scientific here.
Oh.
Sorry.
Sorry, I went under the table for a second.
No,
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be quite honest. I did the most
Sorry, I
Russian
dropped the
thing
dummy.
about Hogwarts Legacy. I
What?
did the most Russian thing I could, and
You
I did
pirated,
not pay a
didn't you?
cent.
You pirated, didn't you?
I did not pay a cent for it.
You pirated it.
I did.
I mean, if you
God
pirated
dang
it, then like that's about the only really moral way to approach it is either to pirate it, or I guess like if you buy a used copy, that also works because like then your money isn't directly going
Yeah.
to J.K. Rowling.
Yeah.
Like,
It's,
and if you're not
reselling.
streaming it, because obviously if you're streaming it, you're advertising
I'm
it.
not
You're
sure.
furthering the
I'm not
cultural
sure.
My
clout.
only
Yeah, no.
counter-
I'm just saying there's like other qualifications. You
Well,
can
see,
put
is
on, right?
my counter for the streaming thing is if you stream for a transgender thing, like you do a transgender charity while doing that, I feel like it's more of a spit in the face to J.K. Rowling because you actually use her thing to promote your idea, you know?
Yeah, but your stream could still convince someone to buy the game. And if you want to know what I did,
What did you
I
do?
did a stream for a transgender parody, not playing that game, but on the game's release date to try and get as many people not watching the game as I could. That was my way of doing it. I raised $500.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
But no.
Good
Like, I
job.
agree, but I
I
just.
raised $500 for mermaids, which, by the way, I'm just gonna get right here because this comes up in periphery. There's a lot of misinformation online regarding the charity mermaids. It should be known that it is mostly spread by people with bad intentions.
Well, yeah, but at least in my opinion, when it comes to the whole thing, I feel like if you stream the game, at least stream with a charity in mind for a transgender. Because I feel like, at least in my opinion, it's just kind of a slap in the face to J.K. Rowling itself.
I mean,
sure,
regardless of
that's
what you're
still
streaming or
doing-
why, it's always better to raise money for charity than to not do that.
Yeah, I'm saying
Yeah,
that.
that's still doing the thing of like you're stabbing someone, then putting a band-aid over their stab wound.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like
Again,
I did
it's like I
something
said.
bad, and now I'm doing something good. Sorry for
It's,
stabbing
it's like
you.
how I said,
like,
like
it doesn't
it's,
really
like,
quite retribute that, but
it's carbon
okay.
offsetting, but with human rights, which is pretty funny.
Honestly, in my opinion, I don't feel like anyone could really. How to put it? I don't feel like anyone or anything right now is really working because everyone seems to be biting each other's heads off
My only
for
yeah,
every
exactly.
single
Our-
reason
my,
in the book.
Everyone
know?
else's problem here, the biggest problem, do not want to presume, but the biggest problem is the dogfighting.
The
The
dogfighting,
blind
yes,
dogfighting that does not
Mhm.
do anything productive whatsoever.
yeah.
As J.K. Rowling sitting in the background, fucking bathing in money and laughing at
Yeah.
at every and every.
It doesn't
I think
matter.
that is
to
the
her.
biggest
Well, I
problem.
mean, like, am I allowed to be harsh to someone who isn't in the call? Like, am I allowed to be harsh about a public figure?
Yeah.
Sure. You know what? Fine. You're out.
The world will be a better place when J.K. Rowling is no longer in it.
Okay.
I mean, if you're willing
I
to
mean,
talk
yeah,
shit straight
that
to
is
their
objectively
face,
yeah,
that is
that's-
that is totally
have a
objectively
right
true.
to
Let's put it this way.
talk shit on stream.
See, I
have the
would
right
say
to.
that to her face, but she has proven that she will abuse her large fortune and UK's very fucked up anti-libel laws to sue me into the ground for it. So I won't say it to her face because she is a proven little piss baby
How
who
about-
will get her lawyers after me for being mean to her.
Liable and everything like that is a slippery slope and whole that thing. Like, let's not even go into free speech
yeah.
right now. Let's go
I mean,
into that
we were
later.
literally just talking about the fucking Ichi Sanji thing, right?
Yeah, let's not go into that right now. It's gonna be a whole other
Honestly
thing.
speaking,
That'll get us talking for 5
from a
hours.
psychological standpoint, from a psychological standpoint, I'm gonna quickly say sorry. Oh, you want to say something?
Oh, yeah. Do you want to say something, sir?
Yeah, I was just seeing that someone posted something in the chat that I feel we should address.
What is
if you
it?
guys had kids, would you let them read the Harry Potter books? Personally,
Yes.
I feel like I ultimately would, but I would try and have a conversation with them first, see where they're coming,
Ooh.
and just hope they can understand the things, because I do feel children are a lot more mature than we tend to give them credits for.
Oh,
I will explain why I personally don't think it's a good idea, and they will then let them make the decision from there if they're my child.
I have a very big tangent I want to go on for at least a few seconds if you guys don't mind.
Alternatively, I'll just give them the copies of the books I already
Yeah.
have from when I bought them before I knew this shit.
Yeah,
you
no,
know,
but no, my
that
thing
also
about
works.
my thing about this is when it comes to like children and everything like that, I feel like parents need to be more interactive about what the children like, you know? Like,
Oh, yeah,
when it comes to
people
gaming in
just-
general, like there's a bunch of people out there letting kids play Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty, and a few other things. I'm like,
Yeah, don't do that. Age ratings on games for a reason.
You mean letting a 12-year-old get their hands on an Oculus and play VR chat?
No, no.
Also, like, just for my own personal,
Oh, it happens all the
like,
time.
just for my own personal safety
So
here.
much.
Don't let children play any game with voice chat. I don't want to hear them. I don't want to deal with them. So
Ooh.
parents, please just
Then
get them.
Roblox takes it.
In this economy, yep.
Literally possible now.
I just
As
do
someone-
not want to hear another 12-year-old saying that they fornicated with my mother. Joke's on them. That makes them a necrophiliac.
Yeah, but
Ooh.
Web Server, you had something to say?
Yeah. From a psychological standpoint, I also worked with children, actually, which
Really?
isn't. Yes, I did.
Based?
Yeah, that's why I
Yes.
said Legendary. Roblox is a horrible, horrible place. Because it has
And
voice chat.
I worked with children, and I noticed a lot of the parents, which is really unfortunate in my opinion, has reserved to not be as actively parenting rather than just like, here, have an iPad, shut the fuck up, right?
Yeah.
That is
Yeah, I don't think you should be able to. Yeah, I don't think you should be trusted with any kind of smart device if your age has one digit in it.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, in a more active, I was taught in a more active
Why?
household, right? In which a person was left with lessons and to be able to form their own opinions, which I was able to form my own opinions, which often were influenced by lessons and by examples, but I was still
Yeah.
able to form my opinions. And as such, I gravitated towards human rights, psychology, and everything. And I think I became all the more wiser from it, right? From being able
Psychology
to
is just
formulate.
such a vastly underrated science.
It is. Honestly, I find it
And I
interesting.
was able to really dive deep into my own psyche and understand why I am the way I am, right? And why I believe this and that, and why I can make informed decisions to like.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest. I enjoyed the books, right?
Yeah.
But then but as a child, I did not really think about the deeper meanings
That's the
behind
thing.
like the books, right?
What-
I did not really think about the whatever the hell was later discovered in those books. I just thought it was funny magic world in which I wanted to live in, right? I wanted to go to Hogwarts.
Yeah.
I wanted to enjoy myself.
That's
I
my
That
have
is
thing.
another
something
thing
I
to
think-
add to that after this, but continue your anecdote first. I do have a thing to add afterwards.
Yeah, of course. And I think a lot of children are, if they wish to experience that sort of thing, that sort of magic, because, like it or not, a lot of the media surrounding children, surrounding adults, are way too cynical. Like way too cynical. We grow in a society in which everyone is trying to be cynical, trying to be hateful because it's hip and in it with the kids, right?
Yeah. Well,
At some
yeah.
point, I think reading older books, reading older fairy tales, older children books, is something I would propose my children do, for example, because it's like there is
So-
some magic, there is heroes who win against villains, those lessons that we know, right?
There's something.
but others don't.
You're basically wanting more light-hearted stories instead of the cynical nature like Fallout or, where stuff always ends horribly. You want something more uplifting.
I mean, honestly, the
Remember
prime
when the internet had
example.
websites for children? That was cool.
Oh yeah.
Where'd
I
those
remember
go?
that. It died because internet.
Yeah, one thing I
heckin'
want
love
to
the future.
one thing I want to add is that I feel like the prime example of the cynical nature of today's world is Velma.
Oh god.
When this wholesome
okay.
old cartoon was
Let's-
turned into this
Look,
crude humor.
please
gotta-
don't talk to me about Velma. When I first heard they were making a Velma-centric show with like a more adult man, I was like so optimistic. I was like, oh, this could be really good. I really hope this is good. Then it came out and
It was so bad.
not good.
They even killed off Scooby Doo. Like in one of the
In fact-
latest episodes, they actually showed him buried.
I mean, that's like just a side gag. I don't care about that. But the
Thank
overall
you,
attitude
one
is
sad
just
toast for
bullshit.
contributing to the great
It's like-
spending. Oh wait, I gotta tell everybody about the great
Fucking-
spending. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I want to tell everybody about this. So basically, who the great spending is if we achieve the goal before the end of the month, whoever achieves the actual goal gets to decide a new model or at least a new outfit for me for June. You guys get to decide the outfit, and I'll have to make it and rig it for my character.
Epic.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what'd you say?
Yeah, about the Velma thing.
Yeah.
It actually does conveniently loop the topic back around because
Oh, no.
Mindy Kaling's a big J.K. Rowling enjoyer,
I don't even care.
which checks out really.
I'm
Why
gonna,
don't we talk about the overwhelming power of cancel culture?
you know what?
It has none. It
that's a
never
big
works
topic.
and doesn't do a whole lot. Honestly.
Oh, it works.
It does.
It
definitely
only
works
okay.
on
To be
some
clear,
people.
it never actually impacts anybody with any kind of clout. It
Mm-hmm.
hits like maybe like
but
12-year-old
it hit
Tumblr
people
artists
that
who
are-
posted the wrong thing. That's
Yeah,
about
you know
it.
what happens to that
And it
12-year-old Tumblr
sucks.
artist that decided to post the wrong thing? That's someone's entire hobby destroyed.
That is fair.
for
Well,
no
no.
reason.
Yes.
Well, what happens to that 12-year-old Tumblr artist is that they never get to become a 13-year-old Tumblr artist because the internet is cruel.
Yeah, let's put it this way. Cancel culture does have
Cancel culture strikes again.
let's put it this way, cancel culture does have power. Whether anyone really likes it or not, it doesn't affect the big ones that much because there's only so much you can actually do,
But,
you
like,
know? But
People do abuse the term way too much.
I mean-
like at a certain
I
point,
feel
like
there is also an abuse of the movement itself.
there is.
There are some situations that really muddle the water.
That is true.
There has been proven cases of exaggerations and actual misinformation. I still remember that Jared situation when it was like basically the two
What?
people who accused of him immediately posted like their donate me money, please money, I want money. Like this was like
You know what?
wait, Jared, like the subway guy?
Are you talking about
no. Jared was his face. Pro Jared.
Oh,
he's
Oh,
a-
pro Jared.
Pro
Okay.
Yeah, pro
Oh.
Jared. Yeah.
That's a whole
Yeah.
fucking thing. I still fucking keep getting him in my recommender.
Let's put it this way. I want to put it very
He
simply.
is not.
Cons-
He is not really the super like Newt's thing. That's stupid, right? Never share your dick online. That's just stupid. That is.
Wait, what?
Never share your deck online for free.
Yeah, for free.
Sorry,
for
you
free.
have
OnlyFans is good. OnlyFans is good. But like,
Oh,
never show your
okay,
dick
okay.
online for free.
I'm so okay. I'm gonna put it very simply to everyone here. Cancel culture does have a little bit of power, but it affects mostly the smaller ones more than the bigger ones. Because if you get
Yeah, and
canceled
the
as a
smaller
really
ones, the people that
like, if you
don't
get-
want it to affect.
yeah, the smaller ones are the ones you don't want to affect. Because in my opinion, the smaller ones can learn from their mistakes. You know, the bigger ones are just kind of bombarded by yes men. That's my problem. You
And of
can't-
course, ultimately, I've been in what you could call cancelled for stuff, and it ultimately did help me grow as a person. So
Oh,
it's
yeah,
not like
yeah.
a complete black or white thing.
No. Like there are situations where canceling can actually
There's some
improve you.
situation. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's not black and white, but I think it's just this. How about the stigma of the maybe stigma of it? if that
Ooh,
makes some
South Park
sense.
is a good example there. That
Yes.
show fucking sucks.
What about
Actually, no, I love
like racial comedy as well? Like any comedian that utilizes
Comedian.
what would be perceived as that would be perceived
Oh,
as
God.
racism is essentially doing the same thing as a group like South Park might, and they can get away with it because it's in the element of comedy.
I do
Right,
think it's
like-
funny that like
in my
the Simpsons had a joke of
Mm-hmm.
Krusty does a racist comedy bit and nobody likes it, and that was the fucking 90s.
you know what I'm gonna say this when it comes to comedy. In my opinion, if everything is able to be laughed at, then I think that's how it should be. You know, because I feel like if nothing is, let's put it this way.
Comedy.
Whoa. Let's I'm gonna go on a
sorry.
tangent. Let me speak.
Sorry.
My tangent is this: when it comes to comedy, if everything is able to be made fun of, everyone will be happy because no one's left out. But if you start separating it to where these people can't be made fun of, these people can't be made fun of, you know, at that point, it kind of seems like you can't really make too many jokes at all, you know?
Well, I mean, am I
I kind of
allowed
make.
to?
I want to make a note of that. The fact that this call literally started with Sarah making a self joke about the topic of the about the trans.
Yes.
Literally, the conversation started with Sarah making a trans joke. So we're
I tried to-
we are all in on the humor.
I have the pass, obviously. I'm allowed
Oh yeah,
to say
but
it.
no, that's my thing is this. I just feel like comedy, in a sense, shouldn't really be limited because when it's
Okay.
limited, it causes.
I'm gonna be a dick.
What, What do you
I'm gonna
mean?
be a dick. Is it acceptable for me to go into the hospital and walk up to a child dying of cancer and just go Lamau?
I mean,
That
I
is
don't
the
think
thing I wanted to
that's,
say.
That's not,
That is the thing I wanted to say.
Is that comedy off limits?
That's not.
That is the thing I wanted to say. My main explanation for comedy, as again a psychologist, I think the intent matters a lot
Yes.
when it
absolutely.
comes to jokes. When you do a mean-spirited joke, like if you want to like make jokes about make someone insignificant, like that is the comedy I think not a lot of people will find funny unless you are a fucking asshole, right? But like when a joke is said in a way that doesn't demean the experience of a person being joked about, but rather has them laugh about it, right? For example, I saw a comedy sketch in which a woman decided to go along with the joke, and she has a prosthetic leg, right? And the comedian said, "Break your leg," and she yeeted her fucking leg at him.
See, that's
That's the
it's
thing.
like-
That's my thing. It's like, if you can't make jokes about certain things, it limits jokes and limits people from actually having fun. If you can't,
But you need to test the waters to make sure that
Yes.
party
Know
is
your
actually
audience.
okay with that
Yeah,
joke.
yeah, yeah.
You need to find their standing before you just out yourself like
Mhm.
that and start
Yeah,
throwing shit that they're not comfortable with.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
that's-
if you
Yeah,
just
but-
like if you walk up to me and throw an attack helicopter joke at me, do not be surprised when I block you, right?
It's called knowing your audience, yeah. But my thing is,
Not even
I
just
feel
knowing
like-
your audience, just
Well, that-
knowing the person's decency and like
Yeah.
how far their boundaries step.
I know, I feel like lots of comedians get canceled for, one small joke, two small joke, 3, 4, that type of stuff. Like,
That is the thing. Not a lot of people try to infuse any sort of nuance into things. Unfortunately, life is perceived by a lot of people online, especially, as black and white, which is kind of weird.
yeah.
Kind of weird, in my opinion.
I think the
Because,
reason
Very strange.
what? It's
It's
strange.
called jumping the gun.
Well, that too. But also, I feel like one reason that is probably it is because not everyone knows who you are. So if some random person sees your thing goes like that, that's probably all they think of you. Is they see that one post and go like, that's all they have to work off of you.
There's also another problem that comes up with this.
What?
So many of these offensive jokes that comedians get cancelled for. The number one problem with the joke, it's not funny. And when your offensive joke isn't funny, it's not a joke, it's just offensive. That's all that's there. That's all that's there to react to.
Yeah, exactly.
People are gonna get mad at you. So if you're making an offensive joke, you better be damn fucking sure that shit's hilarious, or like you are not going to come out of that looking good.
My only
Yeah,
problem with offensive
exactly.
joke
That's,
is everyone takes everything offensive nowadays. God.
Like, not everyone can make good jokes about like sensitive topics, but like Blazing Saddles is hilarious.
To be fair,
I feel like,
everyone takes shit
Yeah.
poorly nowadays because everyone's fucking traumatized.
Although it is pretty funny that like people always bring up Mel Brooks movies as like an example of like comedy should have no limits. Like look at what he was able to do. But Mel Brooks himself thought that comedy should have limits,
Wait,
which was really
some
funny.
Christmas Jazz Yonko? What's Christmas Jazz Yonko? Yanko?
I don't know, but if you
I
need
don't
me
know
to
what that
play
is.
some piano for a second, I can.
I already got stuff. But one thing is, you know what? I think that's a good thing, Blair. That's a good point. People forget people can make genuine mistakes anymore. It's like a single mistake can ruin you now, if that makes any sense.
Because
like, I
school
think they
teaches you
judge,
to not make a mistake.
Yeah, and
They
first-
judge your character based around a single. Why am I Scottish, for example?
I don't
Why
know
is
why
Scottish
are you
all of a sudden?
Scottish. Stop being Scottish. I'm the only one who can be Scottish. My family's Scottish.
That's a really ironic thing for Eric Idle to say in retrospect.
You always offend. That is one problem.
I think
That's
one comedian I want to bring on real quick about who can actually example of somewhat risque jokes.
Mhm.
Bill Burr, he makes a lot of risque jokes, right? And about
yeah, I
black
know
people.
him.
They had a whole episode about black people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I watched a lot of black people, like online on YouTube, post videos reacting to his shit, and they laughed their ass off, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is how you do these kind of jokes. And he also has a black wife, etc., etc., etc.
Part of
Bill
the
Burr?
problem is you
Yeah.
do need to talk to black people to know what they'll find funny.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
And
exactly.
so
And
many
he has a
people
black
don't
wife.
want to do that.
But hold on. You're associating it with that entire group,
That-
which is just not true.
Oh yeah, that
That's
too.
true.
Also,
Because
there's the part where
everyone has different preferences.
yeah, I'm just gonna go
because
ask two
you-
black
you
people
could,
what their
like,
favorite
start-
pizza topping is.
You could stereotype a group
Oh,
like that, but
jeez.
that's wrong because every person's going to have a different level of whether or not they're okay with it or whether or not they're not.
You know, that is true. I feel like one problem about the masses is I feel like there's a bit of people who just get way too offended easily, if that makes any sense. You know, because there are some jokes that most everyone thinks is funny, but then there's like 2 or 3 people that come out and go like, that is the worst thing I've
Yeah.
ever seen, you know?
There's definitely
Can I
some
just-
people who get
can I just say
offended way
something?
too. Oh, okay.
Yeah, way too easily. Sorry, Zvini, sorry, I interrupt you. I'll just finish it and then we continue. I think a lot of the people who get offended often get offended for others, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not for themselves, but for others. And it shows,
Oh, God.
for me, it shows immaturity and lack of development in a lot of ways when it happened. I've seen it happen. Like, it doesn't happen all the time. Like, sometimes it's genuinely hurtful. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? But otherwise, it's like, I'm cool, but then there's suddenly Sydney with a dog. Sydney, 32 years old, Sydney from Washington, the whitest woman in the whole East Coast, comes into the chat
woman
and
moment.
says, yeah, and comes in the chat and say, how dare you talk to black person like that? And the black person's like, I'm fine actually. How dare you talk to
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, I don't know. I do agree. Some people get offended way too easily. Like sometimes a comedian will make a joke, and then someone goes, "That joke sucked," and it was pretty offensive, and the comedian gets so offended at that, and then he's like saying he's being silenced, and that's fucked up. And then he goes, and then he gets invited on major news outlets to talk about how silenced he is.
Yeah,
It's great. I love it when that happens.
there's a difference.
Honestly, yeah, that's
That is-
point
that
is
is-
the
that
point
is-
stands for both
No,
sides, both
no,
sides.
there's both
Don't get
sides.
offended, bitches.
Stop being so
I will get
easily
offended if I want to.
Oh yeah.
Owned.
By the way, because AOT is some weird ass Jewish piece of media.
I
but no
don't
one's-
think AOT is
Anti-Jewish.
actually.
What?
I don't think AOT is actually anti-Semitic. I think some people took some stuff out of context there.
Wait,
I think it is
AOT?
mostly.
What's AOT?
I think
Attack on
Attack on
Titan.
Titan.
Attack on
Oh,
But there is actually a big problem with Attack on Titan. It's insanely boring. It's mid as fuck.
I prefer.
It is, yeah,
I
it
prefer
is.
I prefer Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
I like
Yeah, like
There
the whole
was
Tens
story.
BASO thing is based off a Jewish story, but yeah, like I think the ultimate point there is you're supposed to sympathize with them. I don't think that makes it anti-Semitic. That's like saying that like the comic Mouse is anti-Semitic because it like depicts the Holocaust.
Let's put it this way. I just feel like there's a lot of people who just see anything as. I don't know. I just feel like everyone gets way too
Mad is
offended.
also mid.
I don't even know what that is.
Well, again,
Wait,
that's
whoa.
a generational
I just-
problem.
I just feel like everyone sees it as. I don't know, I just feel like everyone gets too offended easily, you know? Like, every side has a simple person. No matter what side politically you stand on, there's one person on every side who's like, oh, you disagree with me? You're the worst monster to ever exist. And I'm like, what the hell? Calm down.
But
We just
that's
have a
normal.
disagreement.
Well,
You
I
know?
think
That's
some
normal.
people don't get
Like,
offended
no
easily
side
enough.
is going to be perfect.
That too. Like, that's,
And having that expectation is unreasonable.
Yeah.
There's going to be bad, there's going to be good. It's literally the definition of a yin yang.
yeah.
Also, it can be
In
hard
good there's bad,
to.
and bad there's good. It promotes balance.
Also, like it can be hard to expect an oppressed class of people to always be 100% chill about everything.
Oh no, but at the same time, if they aren't at least how to put it, if they can't become, if there's, I don't know, I'm trying to struggle to word this because
Here, let me
my
help you
brain-
out, Silence. I
Please.
think I know what you're trying to say.
Please.
So essentially, you have a few different realms of influence, right, in which every debate or environment needs to occur in, right? So you have the social sphere of things where people can put their emotions and throw it out
Stop
there
eating
and
it.
do whatever.
Stop eating it.
And then there, what happened?
She was eating it.
Yum.
Stop eating it.
Oh, God. No. The chocolates, remember the chocolates, not my tail. And anyways, and then there's also the more like a professional and business oriented side of things, right?
Is
Where
Sarah
emotions
dead?
really shouldn't be in play, right?
I think
so
is Sarah dead? Oh no!
Oh.
Wow! What the hell?
Sarah,
What the? Are you good?
what is?
What? No, I was just leaning
What the
over.
fuck?
Oh,
Leaning over. I don't know what you're on about. You
Well-
lines in the gutter.
oh boy.
That's
yes.
questioning.
So regardless of the situation that someone might be coming from, whether they're pressed or not, like if you're going to communicate with someone, you always want to communicate at a level that is the most
Yes.
even between the two parties, right?
Because
And that is
that's where,
respectively the most professional thing that you can do.
yes,
Right.
because if you both speak at like the same level, that's when true discussions can be had. If you don't speak at it with any sort of if you're both like not in the same wavelength, or at least not on the same like not respect, but like
Respect, yes.
Respects.
Respect that
Respects.
It's when you're respectful in
that rest.
text.
yeah, when you
Yes. When
I
you
think it's
respect
when-
the pecs.
when you respect the pecs. But no, when you're not, if you aren't willing to just sit down and have a conversation, I just feel like nothing will get done.
Partially, this is actually a moment of silence that allows me to insert my thing. This is my big problem with social media, right? In a lot of ways, especially modern social media. What happens a lot of the time is people go online, right?
Mhm.
They go online and they go, I need to post my thoughts, right? And I want people to agree with me, right?
Mhm.
They don't really look to discuss their viewpoints, and that's fair. That's totally fair. That's just my personal opinion. They don't look to discuss things. They don't look to challenge their own views and grow as people, even if they're wrong, right? Obviously, there is objectively wrong things, and you don't come on the internet say, kill your grandmas, kill them now, and expect everyone to agree, right? But there's some topics I feel like need to be discussed, and lots of people who bring up those topics, they refuse a discussion, they refuse a proposition of discussion, and assume a disagreement on any sort of scale as a personal slight. And I'm not talking about the trans issues, I'm not talking about like the big
true.
ones. I'm talking about like even the small things, like do you like the show? I do not like the show.
Oh no.
You're a
Pepperoni
piece
on
of shit.
pizza.
No, we're not doing
Pineapple on pizza.
No. I will
Okay,
not.
pineapple on pizza is based.
No, I disagree. We don't
no,
tolerate pineapple on pizza.
It
No,
provides a
no,
distinct
no, no, no,
sweetness
no, no, no,
that
no, 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 no,
makes
no, no, no,
a
no, no,
nice
no, no, no,
companionship
no, no,
to
no, no, no,
spicier,
no,
more
no, no,
savory
no, no, no,
ingredients.
no, no,
It
no,
is
no,
a
no.
good inclusion.
Opinion.
Sarah, we gotta
Wait,
we
shut up,
gotta
Observer.
eat, we gotta
Observer.
we gotta
Cosmic
get
has something.
together,
Shut up, Observer.
get some pineapple pizza.
Observer. Cosmic has something to say.
I was just saying it's an opinion. You're
It
going
is.
so hard on the no. It's an opinion.
Exactly. I'm
look,
trying to give
in my
everyone
opinion-
evidence of what's going on.
Okay, in my opinion, if you're having a pizza with spicier ingredients, right, you want something to offset that. And a pineapple is really good because then you're naturally getting some of the juice in there. That helps you get through the pizza. Your mouth isn't going to be filled with all
Legionary,
that
where the
spice. You're
hell
not going to
did
be going, ha, 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 is
Can't
good.
believe- I can't believe Legionary actually found a pineapple with
Now,
pizza.
I think people's real problem here is the Hawaiian pizza, the classic ham and pineapple
Oh my
Hawaiian
God.
pizza. I am going to purport that the pineapple is not the problem. The ham is. Ham is bad on a pizza.
But no,
Ham is not bad.
No. I gotta disagree with you there. Have anyone had meat lovers are the best? The ham, the
Yes, meat
pepperoni,
lovers
the
are great.
beef. Oh god, sausage.
In
Kill me with that
moderation.
shit.
Yeah,
Kill me
basically
with
get rid of the ham, it's
work
better.
together, some
Can I
things
just-
don't.
can I
Again,
just-
it's
Ham's
personal
good.
preference.
Yeah,
But no,
personal preference.
that's my thing. Is you get what I did there when I was like doing the oh no thing. It's I'm just trying to give an example to what Observer was talking about. How there are just some people who have slight disagreements, and because they have those slight disagreements, they.
lovers.
I don't doubt that. But besides the point. But no, my point of view is basically just there. Kind of like what Observer said is that. The slightest disagreements, there are some people who have a slight disagreement and take it as you're the enemy of everything for a slight disagreement, like pineapple, for example. You know? I'm just saying there's slight disagreements.
I've been in a lot of cartoon shows fandoms in my time because I was a role player, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. And the fucking shipping wars leave me with a vaguely similar state to a PTSD. All the shipping wars I've seen. I cannot unsee this.
Does anyone want to even go into that?
No.
No. So you want to go into shipping wars?
I don't want to go into shipping.
Okay. So right here,
put me on a ship. Let's leave.
No. I'm getting into mine. Nope. The topic was brought up. I was in the fucking trenches. Can you tell you right here?
We're taking it out.
All right, here we go. Let's do the ships right now. Okay, so audience, if you're watching, pick one person on the show, ship them with another person currently on the show. There you go.
Oh, God,
okay,
no.
Absolutely not. I will not participate.
I'm just gonna say this right here. This is me saying my piece. If you watched Avatar: The Last Airbender and you unironically deadass thought Zuko and Katara was Endgame, you're a fucking idiot.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's bold to call someone a fucking idiot for
No. I've got to say this. I agree with Sarah here. I have to agree with Sarah here. Aang and Katara the whole way, dude.
Aang and Katara was so fucking obvious from season 2. It was so clear.
300 years
I feel
old.
like a lot of people. I feel like a lot of people.
He was in an iceberg. It doesn't count.
Yeah, anyone has a lot of people try to pull shit together that isn't there, right?
That's my thing.
In terms of shipping.
I think it's just more. I think what he's trying to go is the whole discussion about it, how the shipping wars could turn into very, very violent affairs. Like I'm pretty sure everyone's seen this.
It's a bloodbath.
I was in the mud of look. I was in the fucking Steven Universe fandom. I have seen things your feeble childlike minds cannot comprehend.
My condolences. I was also there.
That was
Lapidot forever.
Oh my god.
I was not, but I like the show. I avoid fandoms like they're the plague.
I feel like
Wise choice, my friend.
Like putting myself in drama situations.
Also good,
If
they
it's
also
a
like,
war, I don't participate.
Why am I getting shipped with Akane now?
I think because we're both demons.
That makes sense.
No. Honestly, no. The hairs go well. The hells go well together. You'd look.
Oh
you'd be a
yeah.
couple.
I can use my tail and wrap around if you'd like.
Oh god, I've already had people threaten to choke me with my own.
Who remembers
that
Super
works
Hulock?
too.
Who
Don't need to
remembers
bring
Super Hulock fandom bullshit? Alright,
what?
yeah, let's go.
I
I
never
fucking
heard of
love. Oh, the secret fourth good Sherlock episode. That's the classic
Are we
shit.
talking about Sherlock Holmes
Honestly,
now?
can I just side note really quickly to this whole conversation? I really love how we have the vibe here today of just 5 best friends at a pub talking about random ass bullshit.
You know what?
I'll take a shot to that, Observer. I will take a shot to that. Here we go.
Every friend
3,
group
2,
has
1.
That's why I love this show.
Sure.
It's not. This isn't about getting people riled up or mean. This show isn't about being mean.
Tasty.
It's just about discussions and having a laugh. You know, that's what the show's about. I don't want to make anyone mad. I don't want to piss anyone off. I just want to discuss the topics that are on hand in like a civilized manner.
Shot.
That was tasty.
Nice.
some gin.
I drank some Pepsi.
Yeah, I've only got whiskey bourbon right now, and I might have some rum
Whiskey works.
and vodka, but
don't have alcohol on hand because I don't make a habit of
what the
drinking
hell?
it because I don't want to get addicted because I've seen what that does to people.
Yep.
no problem. That's perfectly fine. I like to drink in the occasion that fits. So, and I thought that was a great statement by Observer, and I wanted to go ahead and
Yeah.
honor that.
Cheers, I'll drink to that.
But no, just in general, in my opinion, when it comes to at least, topics like these, I like to discuss it with other people I consider friends. And honestly, I think that's the best way to do it. Because discussing with friends helps you kind of check your own biases, For me, I don't ever like to assume I'm right. I like to assume I'm wrong, and then go in with an able mind to be changed.
Yeah, Blair, sure.
I am here, which is completely coincidental, but
That
I am
sounds-
here as a psychology professional.
I
I just
can't
happen to be
drink.
here all the time, right?
Oh,
But I always strive to present an air of neutrality, because as a psychologist, I like to present people with opinions. We are literally prohibited from telling people what to do. Like, we are literally
Right.
prohibited to do so as professionals. So that's how I approach a lot of the situations. I like to present options and facts and a bit of my opinion and everything. And I like to make people think for themselves and decide for themselves. What do they find to be the most ideal solution for the situation?
Hey,
So
guys,
that's
I'm-
how I approach the
I'm
situation.
throwing a wrench in this entire conversation real quick.
Oh,
You and Sarah, Observer Sarah, now have to argue whether a sandwich is a hot dog is a sandwich, yes or no.
okay, alright, wait, so what if we don't have opposing viewpoints? What the fuck happens then?
No. If you don't have the voice opposing viewpoints, I had to choose one of you, and you have to argue against your own viewpoints.
Oh, okay.
It makes your brain
Alright.
think.
So my opinion.
Oh, sorry about that, everybody.
I have the logical stance here.
What's the
I'm
logical
the
stance?
logician.
Uh-huh.
It depends on how you personally interpret what the hot dog is. Is the hot dog the sausage, or is the hot dog the full package?
Okay, what about
And
you,
that's a
Observer?
matter of personal opinion. I'm a
Observer?
hot dog centrist.
Honestly, that depends. There's people who call like just sausages. Oh, I'm eating a hot dog. You eating what was sandwich? No, it's just sausage.
Okay, so we're both
What?
hot dog centrists. Alright, one of us is going to have to pick a side that we don't believe in and argue for it anyway. Let's go.
You know
I
what?
love being pointlessly angry for no reason,
You know
so
what,
I choose that.
Sarah, you get to
Let's not go with the intention of anger, though.
Sarah, you get to choose. You had to fight against hot dogs being a sandwich, and Observer, you had to fight for hot dogs being a sandwich. Go.
Alright. Okay, you dumbass motherfucker who has a completely untenable immoral viewpoint. I'm gonna go to the fucking store. I'm gonna go to the grocery store, okay? And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy a fucking jar of hot dogs. Do you know what that shit doesn't come with? This product labeled hot dogs. Do you know what that doesn't come with? Buns. You don't need a bun to be a hot dog. Hot dog is not a sandwich, you little bitch.
Okay, Observer, what's your take on this?
Drops the mic.
Observer?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh God, did he fall asleep?
Oh, the observer falls asleep.
He said it was like 4 a.m. for him. I'm kind of scared he
Fucking
fell
kill him.
asleep.
They
If someone can knock out that fucking fast, that is impressive.
I'm impressed.
I'm
That is
sorry.
I'm
impressive.
impressed.
Micro sleep is crazy,
Observer, if I offended you there, I was doing a bit. I was being funny. I'm sorry.
I don't think you offended him. I think he generally passed out.
Oh, well, I think I won then.
You did win, I guess.
I
Ding,
won
ding,
by
ding.
knockout.
Sarah wins.
I win by
Knockout.
knockout. Let's go.
No,
You win by knockout.
sorry. I got violently assaulted by my cat. Sorry.
Oh,
Ah,
okay. That makes more sense. I thought
I
you
feel
passed
like
out.
I feel like Sarah sent an assassin, so I'm falling foul.
yeah, no, I am what... See, I actually do control cats, and do you know what that makes me?
No.
You're
A
maxing out
necromancer.
electricals.
Never mind.
Oh my gosh. So what's your...
I think I do need to go in a minute though.
Oh, okay. You know what? Let's do our
No
final
L's,
topic.
only W's. Let's go.
Let's do the final topic. Let's do the final topic, actually.
Okay, what the fuck could be top that shit?
I don't know. That's the problem. Oh wait. I think I have. Okay. What in your opinion? When is a boycott basically beneficial versus it being harmful?
if you find personal value in it.
We
Okay.
kind of discussed this, right?
I know we did. We kind of went through all my
didn't
topics.
actively do this topic.
Do you
But
want me to- I got one. I got one I can throw out there.
Okay, what's your topic, honestly? Because you kind of
okay,
destroyed
okay.
all mine.
So I've been actually thinking about this a lot because, just for some background, I only really started to use Twitter in the last year. I had a Twitter, never used it, right? Just like I have a Facebook, never use it. But of course, being part of social media and Twitch and all that other stuff means that you kind of have to be a little bit more active.
To be a VTuber,
So-
you just kind of need some kind of social media presence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
So my topic is around parasocial relationships.
Oh no.
Oh no.
And so my
no.
my
Brace
my
everybody, we're gonna get
question
canceled.
to you all is it okay for social media personalities to use terminology that may incite parasocial relationships with their viewers / followers or not?
I feel like it's more unintentional than anything else.
Give me 1 second, because I actually need to look that up, because I already forgot what it meant.
Oh
No
god.
problem. Let me clarify what a parasocial situation would be. So, for example, if you are a follower on someone who's like on Twitter, or you're following some YouTube personality or a Twitch personality, and they say something to the degree of, I want to see you tonight, right? But they're posting it in a very public space, right? Like Twitter or like
Reddit or Twitter or something like that. I got you.
exactly. And the individual themselves
Yeah, I think that's very
then pushes
intentional.
that line to personally message, that person, and crosses that line of that parasocial relationship, right? Where essentially, instead of being just the consumer of said, media, they're now trying to break that barrier of that parasocial relationship that exists. How do you feel about that? And do you feel that social media personalities push that button like too far?
Some do.
I feel like some do, but at the same
I'd say,
time,
like-
it's kind of like the best way to get popular, if that makes any sense. You know?
I mean, me personally, I just have a naturally somewhat flirty personality that comes out while I'm streaming, so, like, I understand on some level I'm going to invite at least some people who might get weird ideas about things, but if they ever push it too far, I've just got to be sure to establish clear boundaries and everything is
Yes,
fine.
yeah.
Because I still want to joke about sucking people's dicks and, extremely based CBT enjoying.
But no.
I just really like compulsory basic training, you guys.
Oh, wow. But no, my thing is, I feel like it. Honestly, I feel like it's kind of hard to avoid. Because on one hand, building a social relationship. That doesn't help. But building a social relationship, it helps you because you seem to get more connected to the viewers get more connected to you, and thus your name spreads a lot faster. It's, and on one hand, it's one of the most key things to do, but I do agree that it can go a little far.
Yeah. So that's actually been my biggest concern in general with Twitter. And by the way, I like to consider myself as a lewdsome VTuber, so
I mean, this
some
is-
lewd,
Good
some
answer.
lewd.
I mean, I already
Right,
put it in the
and,
bio for
some
me.
not.
That's kind of it. That's done.
Yeah.
That's done deal for me. I'm already there.
Oh, 1
And
second.
Oh wait.
one of the things that I feel like push me, at least from like social media, is sometimes the amount of behavior that seems to incite that parasocial connection, and then weeks later or a month later, seeing someone replying in a negative vein of things, saying like, don't do this, don't send me these messages. Like, yes, of course, don't send the messages, but don't you think you might be at least even a little responsible for also
Yeah.
pushing people to the degree that they do that? Right? Would they have done that if you didn't say any of those things?
I don't know.
You know,
That's
like-
like, to me, that's like that just kind of feels like the same sort of logic that goes into the like, oh well, I mean, did you see how she was dressing?
Well, you know,
Like-
I have a good idea. Let's just ask Observer. He's a psychologist. He has probably a better idea than most of us here. Observer, what do you think?
You knock out again?
I'm sorry, just the
yes.
instantaneous shit rip
I
off.
win the argument again.
Wait, what?
No, I think one thing I can say about this is parasocial relationship. That's a hot take. Parasocial relationships are not a bad thing. It happened all the time. It happens all the time. You like actors. You like
That's a
some
fair
Yeah,
point.
like I have a fucking
Yeah,
crush
yeah,
on
that's
Chris
fair.
Hemsworth. That's a parasocial
That's fair.
relationship.
That's
I just
true.
think he's
that's
hot.
fair. When it goes too far, I'd say it's a responsibility of both people to solve it amicably, but not a lot of people will solve it amicably, unfortunately.
Yeah, basically just, I don't know, don't engage in the online equivalent of sexual assault and you are probably fine.
Yeah, I just think it's like there's, I don't know. I just feel like it's happened for eons, and honestly, I think it happened more with actors when they first started becoming big, like big playwrights, big actors, all these big people who got their names plastered everywhere. I feel
Oh,
like
if
everyone's-
Shakespeare had a Tumblr, that would be insane.
Oh God, Shakespeare having a Tumblr. No,
Uh-oh.
wait. I have to say one thing. Shakespeare OnlyFans.
Uh,
'Twas a midsummer night's dream. And I engaged the antes.
Oh gosh.
Mercutio OnlyFans? No, I'm kidding.
Oh no. Kids, yeah, kids know about out of control. I agree.
Oh
Thy
my,
puss-
Queen Victoria
pusseth-
OnlyFans, you
thy
can see her
pusseth-
ankles.
What observer?
Thy busseth with poppin'. Thy busseth with poppin'.
Oh yeah, what is Cosmic's opinion?
Cosmic, what's your opinion?
I'm still trying to think on it.
He's thinking.
I think Cosmic's probably fairly new to this space, right?
Honestly,
Yeah.
Cosmic is.
I-
Honestly,
yeah.
Cosmic has the right idea.
You know,
You can't
I
get
think-
cancelled
kind
if you
of,
just don't
like-
say what your opinion is.
you know what?
I kind of avoid social media, and I just recently got into VTubing, so this is
Yeah.
kind of a new concept to me
You know
that I'm
what?
still kind of developing my feelings on.
you know what? I feel like I have grabbed the best and worst team of people to talk with on this topic.
Oh, Era
No,
makes
this
a
is
good
great
point.
because I do this with all of my tweets. Not my tweets. Sorry. Whoa. Let me take a step back.
You do
I
this
do
on
this
your
with all
tweets?
of my go live notifications,
Really?
which are very parasocially engaging, I would say.
Look, I'll be honest.
And if anyone in my in the chat here is watching, you can vouch for me that I am I do something to that degree. But all of my content on Twitter tends to not be in that direction. I might have like a very small amount that might kind of go in that line, but I try to be more true to myself when it comes to those things. But that's just a me thing, right? And I don't discount anyone for
Disagreeing or
using their assets or their different parts of their personality to gain benefit from it in any way, because it is social media and popularity tends to rule the direction of things.
Oh, that's
Um,
true.
Let me just say something real quick off of what I have currently. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine with the parasocial version of like a friendship. It's when like favors are being said,
Oh.
like coming over to one's house, or like you should see me tonight, or some shit like that. That's when it kind of gets a little concerning to me, because there is going to be people that are going to take that seriously, and
Yeah,
I feel like that's a bit of a risk.
it is.
But like lewd is okay because it's not directly targeting a specific person. It's saying it broadly.
Yeah.
That's kind of how lewd works.
Yeah.
But like when it's asking for favors, like you should come over to my place and kind of thing with parasocial, it is saying a specific kind of person, because it's not saying it broadly to a group. It's saying it to a kind of person, saying like you, instead of something lewd, which I'm not very good at explaining lewd because I'm not.
And no, I get it.
No
You're,
worries.
honestly, you're very well thought out.
You know, I gotta say this. I think I brought the best people in and also the worst because I have someone who's been a VTuber for a very short time. I have you, who's transgender, which was probably the greatest thing I could do for Hogwarts Legacy stream because
I mean, I feel like if you'd brought up that topic without having a transgender person on the board, that would have reflected badly on our decision making.
I mean,
Because, like,
I did it
you
last.
know.
I brought up the topic last week because it was just such a big topic that I had to discuss it. Unfortunately, but I really wanted you there. That's why I asked you last week. But I made specifically that we're gonna talk about this week as well.
I just schedules.
Schedules suck.
Well,
Time
I
zones
mean, you
suck.
tried then,
I
right?
tried.
You
I
tried
tried
to
so
have
hard.
something on.
But no,
That already puts you better than the majority of the British press. So
the
you
reason
know.
I wanted that is because I like having both sides of the opinion. And honestly, I feel like both you and Observer kind of sit a little bit on opposite ends, but I feel like you both kind of agree on a pretty decent much.
I don't think we were necessarily on opposite ends. I just think we were approaching the same end from different
Angles.
slight angles of it. Like, I don't think either of us I think either of us are of the opinion of like, wow, J.K. Rowling is super based. Love that woman.
No.
You know?
But then again, I don't like any celebrity. I think they're all shoved up their heads, their own asses, basically.
I like
I mean,
some celebrities.
I don't like any of
It's
them.
celebrities. I don't like celebrities.
I don't like
Period.
celebrities.
Like I have the same kind of feel with modeling and
Have you-
I don't like
showing off
idolatry.
fashion.
Okay, but what
I
the
don't
fuck?
like
Uh,
it.
I don't think you get it. Have you seen Chris Hemsworth with that
I have.
shirt on?
I
It's
have.
fucking
I have.
crazy.
I have.
I just
No,
don't personally
I
like idolatry
don't
for
want
myself.
to.
I gotta say this,
Yeah.
I gotta say this, Keanu Reeves is better.
You're not wrong. Like, I'm not
Exactly.
saying he's peak. I'm just saying there's
Mhm,
layers
mhm,
to this.
There is layers to it. But then again, there's layers to everything. There's always layers.
Yeah, like
There's layers
Lucas.
on layers. It's like an onion.
Like an onion.
Life is an
Yeah,
onion.
like an
Life
Damn
is
it.
layers.
God damn it, Silex.
You know,
Life is
Yeah,
like an
it's-
onion. It
Life
makes
is
me
like-
cry constantly. Is that close enough?
life
Oh.
life is like an onion. I eat a raw one daily.
Oh gosh.
Life is
Shrek,
like a hole. You wanna... Never mind.
onions. Life is like
Life is like
Wait,
a
what
Don't
was it
diddle
called?
the
fanboy.
hole.
What was it?
Don't
Oh, God.
diddle the hole.
Life is like a femboy. Fuck it.
Oh.
Okay.
Volunteers?
Silence.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Silence.
I'll be right back. My
Silence.
dog is losing his mind.
Oh wow. Hello, Silex.
Dog noises.
Sorry. My dog was losing his mind.
Model.
Oh, sorry, who was barking?
My dog was. But no.
Oh,
I have
sorry.
to say, what was I thinking? What was it? What was it?
It was something, that's for
I
sure.
know, I was thinking of something. That's the thing. What was I thinking of? What were we
You're
talking
thinking of
about again?
Fanboys?
Oh,
We were talking about femboys.
yeah, that's what it was.
Before the actual topic, by the way, was what point is like a boycott a like
But we're not even. We already passed that
Good
one. We
thing.
did that a
Okay,
while
good.
ago.
Yeah, well,
We did that a
Oh,
while
yeah, it was about
ago.
parasocial
It's
relationships.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
was
that's
the
right.
primary.
That's what it
but
was.
yeah.
That's what it was. Well, okay. Well, I was going to say is freaking. I did have a topic on that, or at least something to discuss, but I think we already discussed it. And I was going to say something about the model thing.
Oh, regarding idolatry.
I was going to say is I had something to say about the femboy thing because, well, I have a model coming up in June, and I'm not spoiling anything, but it may be worth looking into.
I mean, it's directly implying, so it
It's
kind of.
implying, but
Heyo.
I'm leaving
I've
to
got
the
rope.
imagination.
Oh, well,
But no, I do have a
You demons or something else.
Oh, I'm sorry. He's
You
literally in
demons
chocolate.
you demons got me acting up. Not gonna lie.
But no,
they're all
I
full of
have
aphrodisiacs.
a
I've been
lot.
poisoning you all.
I have a lot of stuff planned for June. June is going to be when the debut
Oh,
is.
shit.
It has a lot of stuff. I'm basically redoing everything from like hot takes.
I'm
Everything is gonna be redone.
getting a live 2D model for the first time
Really?
this year. It's gonna be great.
Ooh, I
Yeah,
can
it's
see that.
still being drawn right now, but I've paid for the art, and once the art's done, I'm gonna pay for the rigging.
nice.
That's a lot of money.
But no.
It's,
I don't have.
Honestly, you don't need it at the very beginning. At the very beginning, you don't need it. Trust me.
Dude,
You don't need it at the beginning.
there are things I want to do, but like, life is throwing me a curveball right now. My clutch in my car is broken.
Oh,
So that's not cheap.
No bueno.
No, I fucking feel you. I have been
It's
trying
slipping,
to.
it feels
I have been trying
wrong.
to purchase a new fridge for this entire year, and I've just been dicked around by so many fucking suppliers. It's so annoying.
I have a question. Has the year been going good for you guys or bad?
No.
I mean, aside from that whole fridge thing I literally just mentioned, let's see. It's mostly been going okay. January was actually my best performing year on Twitch. I got like a very big payout from it.
I would say
That was really nice. I successfully raised $500 for a trans charity
Nice.
on the day of Hogwarts Legacy's release. And then the negative part of that is likely due to both me raising money for a trans charity and also the wider conversation around Hogwarts Legacy. Hate raids sure are piling up for trans streamers. Not great. But other than that, it is great.
Okay. Well, so
I got a surgery 2 weeks ago and I'm feeling better. I think that's a good win.
Hey, that
For the
is a
year.
good win.
Unfortunately, you needed
Yeah.
surgery, but good that you got it.
yeah.
Yeah,
teeth.
you know, I can breathe again. So,
are
you know,
Nice. I had
Hey,
the doctor
being able to
blood
breathe,
down.
is best.
Huggers.
I know oxygen has never tasted so good.
Asthma, not so happy.
Yeah.
You know,
Sorry about that. Had to take
choking.
an oxygen.
Honestly, it's a little mid,
No, sorry.
right?
Yes.
I'm glad you're doing good.
I mean, unless you're into it.
Everyone, let's see.
I mean, depends on what end I'm on.
No. I don't like the end talk.
That's-
The ends don't ever
Uh,
justify the means.
I'll justify your means.
What are the means?
I haven't given up on the year.
You haven't given up on the
Just
year?
isn't as good as it.
Yes.
It just
Hopefully.
isn't as good as
Hey,
I
it's
wanted.
just starting.
I just want this year
I
to be the
know.
year of the
Sorry.
naps, damn it. I said that at the
Better
beginning of this year. I
progress.
wanted this year to be the year of the naps. You know, it's time to nap,
The
everybody.
year of
It's
the
nap
Napster?
time. It's time to nap. It's everyone's tired.
I feel like it's a bit past time for it to be the year of Napster.
It's the year of the Napster.
Yeah, let's go on Napster. Anyone want to follow my? Anyone want to
Yeah.
follow my
Let's get
MySpace?
sued.
Also,
Yeah.
everyone, I did post a link up at the top for the forum for hot takes for anyone who wants to sign up and join the show. You know, I have the form up there for anyone who wishes to join. Just letting everybody know that. Any VTuber, PNG tuber, I don't mind. Anyone and
I think
everyone
I'm
is
good to-
welcome.
Do you have like the topics in the Google Docs?
No, the topics
'Cause I
are
think
made
that-
up the day before the show
I think that
itself.
would be a good thing to do, though.
I have it to where people can suggest topics that they want to bring onto the show. You know, it's just like basically you sign up, you say what topics you want to bring on the show, and when you come on the show, you can talk about those topics.
Should it be morally acceptable to round up the 100 richest people on Earth, fly them all over to an island, and have them all fight to the death till there's only one survivor?
I feel like that was a
Pretty cool.
movie. I feel like that was a movie.
I mean, that's functionally what the movie Battle Royale is, except instead of like rich people, it's Japanese school children.
Oh,
Like
right.
that one was a
Battle Royale.
that one was more specifically a critique of certain authoritarian regimes in places like North Korea at the time, as well as just being it's a fun little thriller as long as you think it's fun to
Did you
read a
just-
detailed account of teenagers killing each other. I think it's pretty sick.
You just
honestly.
let me guess. You just watched that movie, didn't you?
Oh no, I for one, I read the book before I watched the movie,
Oh, wait,
and
there's a
I did that. Yeah, it was a book that later got adapted into a rather infamous movie that was notable mostly because, it was partially because it was very controversial for being very violent, but also it's
Uh-huh.
just a good movie.
Yeah, I guess. You know what? Let's see. I don't really have much else to talk about. So let's see. You know what?
Yo, is that fucking twerking Amogus?
That is a talk.
Hell yeah.
So, Akane, do you have anything you wish to talk about?
I think I'm good. I'm actually happy we got to at least discuss a little bit about the parasocial discussion. Just because it's been something on my mind, and I tend to have my own
Wait, I have a
sometimes
great- I
cynical
have a great-
opinion and laugh.
I have a great thing to
Oh,
ask.
also, Akane Awake, thank you for the follow.
Wait, I have a
Yeah,
great thing,
absolutely.
great thing to ask. Cosmic.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you wish to ask us about us being VTubers, or anything you want to know about being a VTuber that you might want to ask us?
I tend to normally figure things out on my own with a lot of stuff.
Okay.
I don't really ask questions too much because at growing up, questions are bad. So I kind of
Questions are
just
not
always
bad
take the
here.
solo lead.
Questions are
I know,
bad.
but it's just kind of how I've lived.
Okay.
So
If you just want to figure it out, that's cool. I was just curious if you wanted it to ask any one of us anything.
I appreciate it though. It's stuff that really kind of comes on the fly. ADHD brain, you know.
Okay.
I don't really plan questions too much. The only time I did that was an interview.
Well, I think that's all the questions we have for the day, honestly. All my questions are gone. I feel like everyone got to talk as much as they wanted to. Do you guys feel like this was a good conversation, honestly? Because I want to make sure everyone had
I loved
a
it.
decent time.
Yeah, I had a pretty good time.
The highlight was the hot dog debate. I
Hot
totally
dog.
won that.
Yes, you did. You very much did. I think Observer just fell asleep, and I can't tell you.
I admit defeat.
You admit
Yeah.
defeat.
Oh, you admit defeat? I
You
didn't
admit
realize you were into
defeat.
that.
Oh god, no. Oh god. You know what? Yeah. But I want to thank everyone for being here. I do have a. You know what? Everyone. Sarah, do you have anything special coming up? Anything you want to talk about?
Nothing specific. I am obviously streaming tomorrow because I stream on a lot of days. I'm trying to think if there's anything like notable I should talk about. No, not really. Nothing major on the horizon. Like obviously, I will eventually have a new model. And I'll do a big debut for that. But
Nice.
it's still an ETA. It's still like a not clear ETA on when that's going to be done because I prefer the artist take her time with it. I don't want her to
Don't rush
be
work.
overworked or stressed. Do not rush art.
Yeah, don't
It'll
rush
make it all the
Perfection
better when it
cannot
comes
be-
out.
Well, it's not even perfection. Quality cannot be rushed.
Yeah,
Basically,
nothing
Rush
is
quality,
perfect.
you get something quick, but it's cheap. If you get something cheap, but give them a lot of time, you might get something quality.
Yeah.
Or yeah, remind everyone to buy the hit game Skyrim. That's true.
Yeah.
But my big problem with Skyrim is it just isn't on enough systems yet.
It needs to be ported more.
It needs to be ported to my ass.
And you know, we need it. We need it everywhere, just like Doom is. But no, you know, Cosmic, do you have anything you want to talk about? Anything upcoming for you? Anything special?
I mean, not really special. Wisdom teeth suck, so those are getting removed.
Ooh,
I had-
my
Yeah, get 'em removed.
sympathies.
Dude, I said
I
a
love
record.
surgery.
Dude, I got mine
Actually,
removed. I got a record set
Wait,
because of that.
come over here right now. I can get rid of them for you.
No.
Uh-oh. Wait, that sound was a little different.
That was a
Professionally
little
done.
different. Okay, and Akane, anything about you?
Yeah, actually very similar to Silence. I have a new model coming up.
Oh,
So a V2 model. This PNG that you see here is actually a little
Sprite
how
about
do I say, a little preview of the new model coming up. So just if you're gonna check me out, Twitter, Twitch, and
Thank you, TVT,
you know,
for the
it'll be there.
follow. Thank you, everybody. But
yeah.
nice. Observer, have anything you wish to announce? Anything specific? Observer?
I'm a nerd, thank so.
Okay. You know what?
actually, I will
like
say
laying
one more
down.
thing. I will say one more thing. This is not like really a major thing that's coming up at any particular time or anything, but let me just double check. I am 27 followers on Twitch away from 1,000. I
Everyone
think
should
that's pretty
follow
pog.
Go follow.
Nice.
So if you all follow now, you get me that much closer to the number that we have arbitrarily decided is significant.
Yes. Also,
Yes.
Like 60.
yes. For me, in June I will be having a debut of a new model, new emotes, and basically every new background, every beginning screen, end screen is going to be changed, animated too, and every single one of my emotes and outfits will be changed, redone, and everything. But yes, I will be doing that. Plus, for the debut itself, I will be doing a comic intro of my character's origins and all that stuff. Because I know how to do art, and I have the skill for it, so lots of work to do. But I want to thank everyone for being here, and we're gonna go raid this guy called Junk. He's doing Yu-Gi-Oh! Currently. Duel Masters.
Yo.
Let's do it. But yes, I
Yo,
wanna-
Bad Maxi. Yo.
Yes, let's do it. But I want to thank you all for being here. It's been a blast. I hope everyone here enjoyed their conversation. Sarah, I hope you enjoyed. Observer, I hope you enjoyed. Cosmic, Akira, I hope you all enjoyed this great time we had together. And I want to thank you all for being here. This show couldn't be made without you guys. Please go sign up in the pinned comment above if you guys wish to join Hot Takes, wish to talk about anything, and wish to just join and have a fun with people you don't know or people you do know. Make connections, talk to people. It's basically a Discord call. But thank you all, and I will see you
I had a
guys
good time. Thank you for having me.
anytime, honestly. I'm sorry if this one was a little rough. But no, I thank you all for being here, and right now, shop's closed, so I'll see you guys next time. Sigh out. Bye!
Bye bye.